birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good.
Honestly, I'm always like this, aren't I? Good grief. Right, let's get some graphics up because I've not got that. All right. There we go. All right, there we are. Welcome everybody. Nothing like good preparation, and I was ready miles in advance tonight as well, but may have made a boo-boo on the fuel. Anyway, welcome to BSTV, Backfire Simsport TV. This is the TCR Challenge Cup. We're in season 18. That's 18, folks. Week 7 for rounds 12 and 13 at Sandown. It's a sprint feature week. I am Pete Bingham, and I'm joined in the booth, as ever, by the wonderful Sir Alan Toon. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, friends. And here we are, wherever we are at Sandown, I believe. It's sunny and hot, I expect.
It is, but it has been raining, and It's going to rain again. It's warm. It's 21 degrees. It's not really warm because I've seen tracks up at 50 in some of the desert situations. I don't think we'll see Sam boozing today. I think he's busy doing other things. But yes, we are in Australia. It's turned into a bit of a billabong a little earlier, and we're going to get another one later on, we think. We'll have a look at the weather in a moment. This one's going to be good. This is a very fast track. We've got Sim Racing, who's on the chat asking for some tips on racing around here. We'll have to find somebody to tell him about it, won't we, Alan? Because I ain't got a clue. We're in the practice session at the moment. We're not far from the end of it. 20 minutes to go. We're going to go through the league. We're going to see what Alan thinks of this track in a moment. We will jump on board with someone though. We'll try and do this. Let's go on board with someone we've not seen for a while.
There, actually, you've got a good selection of people.
Yeah, that in the Racing Forces Audi there is Kenzie Newhoff.
Oh, really?
Yes, Kenzie's back with us. So he's just gone round turn 1. We head down here towards the chicane, take a bit of curb on the inside of both of these, and then straighten the car up as much as you can to get a nice turn. It's very, very sharp, that like 90 degree
section, isn't it? And, it's easy it's easy to get wrong.
It is. It's usually a pile of cars and scrap metal around it. This is a not back straight, or not straight back straight. And it goes on for quite a long time, so I can see Audis and Elantras doing well here this evening, Alan. And then there's this sweeping S's section. So here's the first part of it. One there. Take loads of this curb, loads of it. And then run it out to the right-hand side to take a real sharp cut in here. You lose all your revs, and then you got to build it all again to this, again, S's section just around the corner here. This is a heavy, it's almost downhill feel. Into this one, and this is going to be the end of the lap. You're going to straighten the car up as best you can. That's the pit lane entry there. That's going to cause some bother, and then you're back on the start-finish straight, and the start-finish straight is quite long, isn't it, Alan?
Yes. This is a tough lap.
It is. It looks simple. It's not.
It demonstrated it's hard work.
Yeah.
We've got 2 really technical sections that don't look like anything on that road map there, do they? Look like nothing, but honestly, they're testing corners, nasty curbs, and absolutely you need pitch perfect braking.
You do, and Kenzie at the minute is showing himself to be very, very quick already, as we expect from Kenzie Newhoff in that Audi. Right, what's going on?
Well, at the moment, Captain Carl Hardy.
What is that? Yeah. Right, so who's on which tyres at the moment? Let's put the tyres up. Hang on a minute.
And Steph is in second, so we couldn't be happier. We've got green right at the top of the timing tower.
Yeah, so they're all on dry tyres.
Few favourites.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look at weather.
Do you think people are clued into the weather, Pete? I mean, there's a bit of
the weather's changed.
Circuit, isn't there?
The weather's changed dramatically. We are going to have no more rain. It was scheduled to rain again, and quite heavily. It's not going to do that now. So, interesting.
That'll be a relief to some and a disappointment to some.
Yeah. So, all dry. Right. Let's see what happens here then. So, let's have a look at the standings very quickly, and then we'll talk about who's saying what on the chat. So, pro standings. Stephen Walker. We're not quite at halfway through the season. That's next week. Stephen Walker, we're still on the left-hand column, is leading at the moment by nearly 300 points over Simon Trendle. I think this is boiling up, Alan, to be a very, very hot finish, because Miguel, even though he's not here this evening, is there in 3rd place, stalking the top spots. And then Pete Newman and Sam Blees are not far behind, 100 points behind. This is going to be a bit tasty at the end of this season, I think.
It's eerily close, and Stephen's doing remarkably well for not winning races at the moment, but his consistency and his determination are paying him well. But Simon, I think, is increasingly threatening.
I do as well, and he's going to do well tonight, I think, in that Elantra. It lends itself to this track, to be fair. Right, let's have a look at Pro-Am, which is the middle category, the biggest of the categories. Kasper Smirnoff still clinging in there. And when I say clinging in, he's 150 points, we'll call it, ahead of your captain, Carl Hardy. As I can see him in the left-hand corner of my screen, Simon Trendle's just gone faster than Carl. Oh no, Carl's just taken it back again. Martin Shirley is in third there. No points at all, really, behind Carl Hardy. And then Tony Walker, having a great season, and he's only 18 points behind Martin with Rene Earhart, for all those Cutting Corny fans that are out there, and there's usually loads of them. He's in fifth, rounds out the top five.
Yeah.
And Stefan, in the new look, Stefan, in that Veloster, sixth place. That's good.
Sixth place. Yeah, I'm in front of Jamie Wilson.
I know, and if you're in front of Jamie Wilson, you're doing well.
Yes.
I'm surprised.
Well, Rene's doing well. Tony was fantastic last week.
He was sensational.
But Casper's been the bit of the shining star of the pro-ams this season.
Yeah, he's really been schooling them. Maybe in the wrong class of racer. I'm not sure. If he ends up at the top of the pile, he will definitely move up next season. And then the AM class. This is tighter than I realised. So David Ayres, 818 points, and Max and Nevin Chaney are separated by nothing whatsoever, really, are they?
No.
You know, only 28 points. Daniel Lewis in third there is not far behind Max Nevin Chaney. And then Anthony Hilton, who's not got a drop week scored yet, so he must have missed a week somewhere along the line. In the fourth, and Chris Dixon, who did very, very well last season, in fifth there. If you look at
Chris is doing great. Let me interrupt because Anthony has dominated this championship for the last 2 seasons.
Well, I was just going to say, if you let your eyes drift slightly to the right, he's actually going to be in second place technically, with drop weeks. So I think people need to be aware that he's going to rocket up that league when we switch over next week to the right-hand column with the drop scores take effect.
So he's a lurking hidden menace there, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's another one like Steve
he's
Walker.
been very prominent, hasn't he? He's been very prominent and certainly shooting above his weight. So David has got his work cut out, but I'm delighted to see David at the top of the championship at the moment.
Yes, yeah, me too. Right, team standings. Let's have a look at those. So Result X Pure Sims, last season's champions, back on the top. It was Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White until last week. And Team Chimera, really good to see Team Chimera up in the top spots here. Going to get themselves a podium if they carry on like that. But it is quite tight. There's only 200 points separating the top 3 places. And you can pick up huge amounts of points in some of these races. We've got an endurance series, 2 more endurance races where you score big in this season, because this is a 13-week season and we've got 3 endurance races.
No, that is interesting. That could make a difference, don't you think?
Oh yeah. Oh, they're going to make a massive difference. They did last season. The last race of last season would have been much more of a nail biter if some incidents hadn't happened, but it was what it was. And I think that the endurance races are going to feature again this time. Right, let's move on to driver of the meet. So Casper is head and shoulders out in front now, with Simon Trendle and Anthony Hilton in joint second place, and then a whole bag full of people on 1 point: Stephen Walker, Martin Shirley, Carl, Chris, and JB, with Tony Walker now featuring as well. That one's. I've not seen a gap that big at the top of this particular championship for many seasons.
But it's only because of Casper's performances. He's earned all of those. He has, and he's just put in week after week. He's just been shooting way above his class and amazing and delighting us all.
Yep.
So well done to Simon and Anthony.
Yeah, I'd echo that. They've done very well individually themselves. And then your Safe Driver Award. Max Nevin Chaney is bolted to the top of this one, Alan. He is representing your name of safety. Quite literally twice as well as everybody else. He's done almost the maximum amount of laps, and he's got half the amount of incident points nearly.
That's astonishing. It's not like Max is shy, is it? He's right there in the thick of stuff.
It's really good.
Good on him. That's fantastic. But nice to see David doing well, keeping it, and Dietmar both compete hard, and keeping it clean as well.
Yeah, the first of our pro drivers is in 5th place, Simon Trendle. And the top 2 in this are AM class drivers, so it shows how safe the AM class is in a
Yeah,
in
and it's not for lack of
BSTV
competition
leagues.
either, it's Pete.
No.
You know, they race hard.
Yeah, very, very hard. Right, we have just gone into qualifying. Thank you to Jamie Wilson for tripping us forward because I messed up the fuel. And we've had to relaunch a second session, which everybody's joined, and we've ended up with about 30 races, I think it is. Maybe about 27 cars or something like that. I can't tell at the minute.
15 minutes that matter.
15 minutes that are critical in this first race. You say it every week, Alan, and you could not be more right. Wherever you qualify kind of sets the tone for the first race. Second race, not so much with the pit stops and with the reverse grid and things like that. But as you rightly point out, grid position might even be more critical here than anywhere else because this will be a drafting track, right? So if you're out in front, or do you want to be out in front? Do you want to fuel save as much as you can in the second race or something like that? I don't know. But the qualifying session for that sprint race seems to be the right thing to do, isn't it? Get out there, get a good lap in, and get as far up the field as you can.
Yeah, but well, the track lends itself to a sprint race as well.
Yeah, good point.
It's a fast track. These are fast corners, as you can see. They're not without risk in the curves on some of them, and there's some quite acute steel wearing steering wheel action going on in these cars to get around these bends, and it's going to be fast and exciting.
I know. Carl Hardy does seem to be mega rapid. He was he was second in the end in that practice session. I don't know how much the transition of rain to wet to dry played into that, but we've got no rooster tails now. Track looks lovely and dry. And let's talk about some other developments. Where is he? Pete's looking. He's not finding at the minute. Where's he gone? There he is. Got him. New driver. Still attracting new talent to this league. This is Luke Jones.
Oh, well, greetings, Luke.
Yeah, and he is racing for JW Motorsport. Don't know what that means yet.
Yes, look at that livery, Pete.
I know, it's really good actually, and I love that. The blue and the red offsetting. Very nice. Asymmetric paint scheme. Always like a good asymmetric paint scheme. And he's in the Pro-Am category. I think that's probably well placed based on his I rating, but we'll find out by the end of this.
Well, you're normally pretty good at that, matey, in fairness.
Yeah, we'll see. Those are Welsh flags there on the wing mirrors. So if Ant Woodward and co are watching, you'll be respectful of that. Very nice paint job, that. I like it. We'll see lots of this boy, I think. He wasn't going to join until next season, but I think he's been cajoled into it by, well, A, myself, and B, other people in the league. As we see the first of the times on the board. Who else are we seeing? Spencer McCarthy is back with us. He wasn't here last week. He is this week. And he is in the Honda, and I think he's pretty quick. When is he not?
Yes, it's kind of inevitable.
Yeah. And where is he? Where's Mr. Blees? There is Mr. Blees. He has swapped to the Elantra.
Oh.
Yeah, so in a I don't know the motivation behind it. I really don't. But he has opted to go into the Elantra. He'll take no, he won't take a points penalty, will he? Because this is mid-season.
Mid-season.
Yeah. So there are other penalties.
Why the Elantras then? Are we detecting a comeback? Because they've been out of favour a bit, haven't they?
They haven't. These two are blocking each other here in qualifying. Being daft.
Interesting tactics.
Yeah. I don't think Dietmar... Oh, he's gone! He's
gone!
Sam's gone. Oh no, Spencer it was. It was Spencer that disappeared. I don't think Dietmar, wherever Dietmar is going to be too happy about that because he was chasing that nonsense. I've lost Dietmar now. There he is. Yeah, he was chasing.
He's
all
coming
that.
out. He's fine. Look, he's fine.
Yeah, he's all right. That might have helped Dietmar along the piece actually because he might have got a bit more draft. Right, so Sim Racing is in the chat. We've already spoken about them. They are new to iRacing, and you know, in the chat I've said there's no better place to learn how to race than in private leagues. It's so much better and easier, isn't it, Alan, than in official races where everybody's trying to kill you.
Yeah, to me, this is the heart of sim racing. This is where the core of the best sim racing is. It's where the best sim racers abide. Leagues are little universes of happy racers who
Yeah.
get to know each other and can then be safe within the racing against each other and pushing it hard and knowing where the limits are with everybody. Just makes for superb racing, and people can be confident in each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. And these leagues they're like a crucible for making really good races, aren't they? And what people should realise is the people in AM class in this league are actually really, really good TCR drivers. You put them in officials and they get good results. So you can only imagine what the pro drivers get. And that's because they do this. They race around people that they can trust. Your mistakes aren't met with a whole tirade of abuse, which they can be in officials. Obviously, they shouldn't, because the Racing Code of Conduct says you should not do that. But it happens, and it becomes dejecting. And in a non-official league, in a private league like this, it's a completely different beast. You get that community feel. You get to ask people, "What are you doing on that corner that makes you so much faster than me?" Well, I'm doing this. And just those little bits of lessons and the repetitive practice is everything you need, really, isn't it, Alan?
Yes, and the willingness of people to share.
Yes.
It's you can't buy it. You can't buy that, you know. And it's freely available in any decent league, because the top guys always want to drag the bottom guys up. I've never known that to be any different in any league. Top people always want to pull the bottom people up. It's more fun for them to.
It does.
More better racers around them.
Yeah. These leagues are not full of people who just want to demolish everybody else. These are people who want to race, like have a real good door-to-door, side-by-side battle. I don't think Simon's going to do much going that slow. Hopefully that's not the sign of something. No, he's back racing again. Well, he's about to get in JB's way, maybe. No, he's away.
It's not doing bad, is he? Considering he's spending half his time at trackside there.
No, yeah, third. He's on an outlap, that's why he was going so slow, and he's let JB go and his teammate round him as well, so he'll get up to speed now, no doubt.
He's flying this week. Mind you, we have been here a fair amount of time, and I think he likes this track.
Right, okay.
He's been fast here quite a lot. I remember him being fast here a few times. So
Yeah.
I'm not entirely
that was
surprised.
that was a bit sketchy, though.
I suspect he's finding the limit.
Yes, yeah, we'll go with that. PVG was complaining about rain. Well, he's not going to get any more now, so you can shush.
Well, he'll be happy. He'll be a dry Dutchman. He won't be minding that.
No, and Andy Littler's there with saying hi from a poorly sick cabin.
Yes, he's not very well,
dear.
and he's not bright as a button tonight.
Right. Well, if the cabin
We
crew
wish him
are
well.
there, yeah.
Have a hot toddy, Andy.
Yeah, hot toddies are good. I think he's at work. I don't think he's allowed hot toddies.
Well, he's in the cabin. They've got a cooker, bound to have.
Well, you would think, yeah. Right, who's on the top at the minute? Stephen Walker, your current reigning champion, is on the top. He's also the current leader of the championship. And he's doing a fantastic job of defending his title.
That chap's so lucky, honestly.
I know. Do you know what he keeps in the boot?
No, I don't. Go on, inform me.
5,000 rabbit's feet.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what he's using to balance the car up. He
Yeah.
seems to be so sure-footed.
Yeah. Somebody's just crashed the car horrifically near him. There was a Racing Forces car going backwards there. Was that Kenzie? No, it wasn't Kenzie.
Oh,
There's Kenzie going over the curbs.
There are some vicious curbs here, aren't there?
Yeah.
You know,
Kenzie's
there are
second fastest.
some teeth-rattling curbs. You don't want to be going over them if you can avoid it.
No, that'd take my felons out, wouldn't it? And Freddie Van Eekhoven, wow. So, why are you not racing? Because you used to be part of the furniture in our leagues. He's shouting for Kenzie, for Alex Sevillano-Ledo and Demis. So he's a Let's Go Racing Forces fan. And he used to race in our leagues regularly.
Well, I'm not surprised he's a Racing Forces fan. They've got some really good drivers, and what I like about it is they had a couple of really fast drivers, and they invited people from the pro-am into their ranks. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know, that's the spirit of league racing for
It
you
is.
in demonstration. Couldn't be a finer demonstration of it. And you know, those guys are appreciative. They're learning loads and getting faster by the minute.
Right, let's go on board with the fastest man on track at the minute.
Not be me, is it? I didn't realise I was out there.
So we're on board with. It's Casper goes.
Oh, look at this.
Right on board. That's
such
lovely.
a wicked corner.
Yeah.
You have to get your braking right, otherwise you lose loads of time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're onto a fast little straight afterwards, aren't you? So he's waiting here. He's trying to build a gap in front of him, and then get on the gas and launch the car. And he's going to take. Oh, that was close to that wall. I mean, you've got to, haven't you? You've got to make
Yes,
as much.
that's the line.
Yeah.
That's the line. But oh yeah, it's a bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's going to keep it right out onto the yellow line here, and then get on the brakes, get your turning point nice. You don't want to take a second stab at the turning point.
Very
That's
deceiving
lovely.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, very deceiving.
It's funny how 90-degree corners are not predictable. Up and over this little crest and round this very sharp 90-degree left-hander again. You get a lot of those on this track. And then this not straight. There's a big kink just there. And then it's Draft City. He's not got anybody giving him any draft, and he's not lighting up the timing screens on this lap. I can tell you that right away.
He's blind cresting.
He's off the gas.
Plunges away.
Yeah, he's not racing this one. He's given up on the lap.
It's going down that slope there. It doesn't look like much, but crikey, the car can get away from you if you're
Yeah,
not careful.
it does that fishtaily thing at the front.
Look at it, yeah, look at it. I mean, it looks worse from down here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It seems, but it is steep, and it's a very robust piece of circuit.
And no names on these corners, folks. It's an Australian track. They just call out numbers on
It's
some
just
of these.
blood.
Yeah, he's just blood. Yeah. Freddie says barely got any time on the league days, unfortunately, but I joined a Monday evening oval. He's joined a Monday evening oval league.
Oh, good.
Yeah, at least he's racing. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Yeah, and going back to sim racing, the new guy that's on there, or new to iRacing rather. It doesn't have to be this league that you join. Any non-official private league is the place to be when you're learning the craft. Didn't work for me, but that's because I'm stupid. Don't know what everybody else's excuse is, but yeah. I don't know. I've still got.
I ran out of talent. That was my excuse was.
Yeah.
And I've had some of the very best teaching me and showing me how to drive faster. But if you're impervious to it, you're impervious.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm officially unteachable. Oh, that was wide from whoever that was in the background there. Might have been PVG. No, he's in a Honda, isn't he? Oh, Jamie overrun that corner, and that's part of the danger on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. You've got to get your braking right because you've got to be coming through swiftly. But if you get it slightly wrong, you're in a world of pain.
Yeah.
It's a bad place to spin, and it's as you can see, a very easy place to get out of line and out of shape. The curves don't help.
Oh, Pete.
And yeah, it's a tricky bit of track. There's so many. There's two really intense bits of this circuit that are really hard and hard on the drivers.
Yeah, and Pete Newman.
Bouncing the cars around. Look.
No, there's on every curb as well. And the starts of these races are going to be very, very. It looks like a wide track, but it's not, because through some of these corners there's only one line, and going 2x2 around some of these is actually very, very difficult to do and very dangerous. Pete Newman has just hacked the lead off Stephen Walker, and he's within 0.064 of 1 second, Alan. Crazy. Look how much curb he took there. He's on a hot lap as well. He's on a good lap. I don't think it's enough to get another place, and they are running out of time. This is a heat race, folks, so in heat racing, once they get to the end of the qualifying time, 15 minutes in 40 seconds time, it will boot them from the session, and he's bailed on the lap because he hadn't done enough. That's going to be a feature, I think, Alan. I think everybody that's coming around now, if they're not on an improvement lap, they're going to the pits.
Yes. save wear and tear on them because this is a hard. I found this circuit hard work physically. It's demanding. It bounces you around. Your force feedback is gets to be hampered, especially in these front wheel drive cars, and they're hard on the curbs. And yeah, it's just hard braking, hard accelerating. It's great for hers.
Yeah, it's brilliant for our spectacle. Tony Walker, and that's the end of the session, so he didn't even get to finish that lap. Let's wait for the session to tick over.
So Stephen is flying.
Yes.
This is not good news for anybody.
No, and it's a case of when is he not flying. So
Yeah, but look where Kenzie is. That's cracking.
it's just
Brilliant, isn't it?
on his first one back. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what his team's called. The team name is that long. So Stephen Walker will lead us away, folks, as the pole man for this sprint race. 20 minutes for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. Somebody's on track now, so I can extend griding. Pete Newman will go off second for Result X Pure Sims. Kenzie will go off in third for Hydro Race Racing Forces by somebody else in iRace. I can't remember what the team name is. Carl Hardy will go off fourth for Result X Pure Sims. And Simon Trundle will go off fifth for Team Chimera with Spencer McCarthy. Carl Hardy in fourth, what? Spencer McCarthy will go off sixth for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. Sam Blees goes off seventh for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing as well, but Spencer's in the Whites team, sorry. Alex Sablano Ledo goes off eighth for TRL Racing Forces with Rene Earhart off ninth for Cutting Corny TCR team. Casper Smirnoff will go off 10th for Apex 1 with Jamie Jeffrey off 11th for Coupes and Convertibles Racing. Tony Walker off 12th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Move this on a little. Stefan will go off 13th for VTS Esports with Pete Van Gool off 14th for Results Pure Sims. 15th will be Demis Tictular for TRL Racing Forces with Jamie Wilson off 16th for Team Chimera. Dietmar Hoos off 17th for Cutting Corny TCR team. Max Nevinchani off 18th. 19th will be Chris Needham for Air Smart Racing. Luke Jones, new to the league, will go off 20th for JW Motorsport. Well done to you. Stop flashing your lights. 21st will be JB Dejoux for BSTV Esports. David Ayres, who I suspect is the one flashing his lights, will go off 22nd for Safeguard by Result. 23rd will be Anthony Hilton for Mellow Motorsport with Daniel Lewis off 24th. It is David Ayres. He's going to get banned. Daniel Lewis off 24th for SRL. And the fun doesn't finish there. It's Jura Larkinen in 25th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. 26th, Jason Haddington for Air Smart Racing. Chris Dixon off 27th for Workguard by Result. Daryl Wright goes off 28th for Safeguard. That is the full field. We're going to look at the front of it, and I'm going to choose a different screen.
That's stamina you need to get down that grid.
I did the teams that time as well. I don't normally do
I
that.
know. Fantastic.
Go me. Right, here we go. Go, folks. We have finished gridding. We are now going racing. Standing starts for this league. Lights are on and gone. Right, okay. They didn't hold them at all. Didn't hold them at all. Everybody fans out. Hopefully this is going to be safe because the first few corners on this track.
Oh, it's hairy.
Oh, it is. And trying to get it all in view is difficult.
Come on, Captain.
Yeah, everybody's round the first corner. That's one big tick. Are they all going to get round the fourth corner? Oh, Jamie Jeffrey. Everybody's 2 by 2. Don't know where to put the camera. Oh God, there was a CCT car.
2 by 2. Look out for a great big bloody boat at the end of the lap.
3 wide. We are 3 wide. Oh,
me.
Casper. So that's Casper, Jamie Jeffrey, and I think PVG. Yeah, it is. Right, they've sorted themselves out somewhat, but Jamie and Casper are still side by side. Not anymore. Casper's filed in now. Racing Forces cars doubled up. Whoa.
This is fantastic driving.
It was.
Come on.
Is
get
it still?
back.
Yeah. Didn't know where to point the camera, folks. Jamie Wilson off track. Doing a bit of trimming the verge.
Hopefully his car hasn't got a damage off those curves because
I know.
they can do that.
Stefan Goebel.
But yeah,
doing
this
all
was
right.
a fantastic start to the race, wasn't it?
It was.
Crikey.
I know we're looking further down the order here. Oh, what's happened to Anthony? Oh, he's gone to pits. Has he got a penalty? I think might have got a drive-through for jumping the start or something.
It's possible.
It doesn't look
Probably
damaged.
another reason why he's in there.
No. Oh, he's pitting
He's
the
not going to be
car.
happy about it. No, whatever the reason is, he's not going to be delighted about it. That's for
Oh,
sure.
he's done a stop
Stop
and
and
hold.
go.
Yeah, stop and go. Right, back to racing. So your leader is still Stephen Walker. Pete Newman is still in second place, but he's piling the pressure on. Stephen's trying to break that toe. He knows he's at risk.
Yes, well, and Spencer
I
is
know.
rainbow beams out of his eyes coming at them.
Yeah. And then a massive crowd of cars following Spencer.
Then
Look
my
at this
cat's
lot.
here. Look at this.
I know, what's wrong with Carl?
front of
Oh, he's
these,
gone too deep in that corner.
Oh, well, you know, it's pressure in that position.
Yeah.
There is.
Oh, he's going to get freight trained if he's not careful through here.
That's a-
Get back online. Yeah, he's done it.
Come
He's
on,
done it.
yes. Oh, that was a good piece of driving.
It was. That was very nicely done. The timing required for that was excellently executed. It was so precise.
It's one of those things you can do in a league situation because you just know people are aware of what's going on around them and that they will make space and leave space. They've just got that bit.
Oh! That was Alex Lado that was sideways. And I can
Well,
hear
it's all right
scraping.
now. It's going the right
What's
way
happened
now.
to Stefan? Stefan's been off track a little bit.
But well,
Deep Mars through.
at least that corner is famous for these corners are famous.
Yeah.
They're so easy to get the braking wrong.
Carl's about to get
easy.
Kenzied, but Kenzie's back here now. He's lost positions from the start. But that Audi doesn't have motor down that straight. Good grief!
I'm just hoping that Carl can settle down and find a place where he's not getting outstripped here because it's tricky stuff. He's got some very fast people coming behind you, and it certainly can make you tense.
Yeah, Jura Larkin putting pressure on the flashy man. Hopefully he gets that done. And meanwhile, at the front, lots of pressure being applied to Stephen Walker. That Elantra is munching up the tarmac.
Certainly not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. Right, so on the chat, Jenny Sandman, good evening to you, shouting for Cutting Corny TCR cars. Your highest positioned Cutting Corny car is still Rene Earhart here in his Honda, and he's chasing this massive pack, which is just getting bigger and bigger. It's hoovering cars up. Look at the state of it. Carl Hardy is not even the front of it. It's Simon Trendle that's at the front of it. It's so big that the battle box
if you can hold a
cope.
place in this line, you're doing well.
Yeah.
They ain't hanging around.
No. Who else is in the... Freddie Van Eekhoven says... no! There he goes! Oh, God. How did he not take anybody else out? I'm kind of glad we were on it, but I'm not very glad that we saw it.
That was horrendous. Ooh,
Should we have that again? Because that was pretty brutal.
crikey.
Here we go, the top-down version. It seems like he's on his own. He fishtails, and then it goes. We saw this last week. Do you remember?
What was that? Yeah.
We saw it
Oh,
twice. One of them
crikey.
was Kylie, and I don't remember who the other one was now. But
That was bizarre.
it was vicious, that. Okay.
Wow.
So,
Where did
yeah.
that come from?
I don't know.
Well, we don't know, but
Seen it 3 times in 2 races now.
Carl will have noticed that happening.
Yeah. Hiding behind Chris there is another Chris. Chris Needham. Previous champion to this series.
Yeah.
There he goes. He's through. Right, let's go back to the leaders. Who else is talking? So Freddie says Tony's in here as well. Let's go. Yes, he is. He's another Racing Forces driver. Alino Kerr says he's shouting for Rene and Dietmar. So the CCT fans are here in force, Alan, again, like they always are. Roger's on the chat. Good luck all, especially result drivers. I want to spin out a Kylie, he says. Okay, we'll do what we can. Sam Blease has crashed and gone to pits. So let's have a look at that.
Oh, no, Sam.
I don't know whether it's this or it's that. We're going to have a look at
He's
this.
by himself, so...
Well, he is at the minute. I don't know that this is the crash, though. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, my God, it's just like Carl did.
Oh, goodness me. Ouch.
Okay, folks, anybody on the chat want to explain all this? Because I ain't got a clue. Right, let's go back live. That was
I'm
vicious,
not used to
that.
seeing unaccompanied cars that just falling off the track and running into walls.
And one of them being Sam Blees, previous
Yeah, well, one of
multiple
them being my
champion.
captain, he doesn't normally just explode
Well,
off
yeah,
the track.
yeah.
And then Sam's doing it as well. That's even less likely.
Yeah, yeah.
So, heaven knows what's happening, folks. Let's hope it stops. Because we want these cars to keep circulating around here, please.
Yeah, we do.
Going quickly and safely.
Oh, right, okay. Why has it got... I don't know what's going on here. It's got... Something else happened to Carl Hardy just after the Sam Blees thing.
That car doesn't look very well.
It doesn't. It's like it's not been fixed.
Yeah. Or something, anyway. So it looks a bit...
Well, it looks fixed because it looked like it had been in a mangle the first time.
Dear.
Don't know what's going on there, but he
Well, you know, if they're really badly damaged, sometimes the fix won't actually bring it up to decent spec.
Yeah, so he was
Let's
trying to
hope
get
that's
going.
not the case.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's actually got the car moving. Oh, he has. He was just waiting for the field. That's all it was.
Good.
Oh, right. And Luke
Good.
Jones, in his first outing, is right in the thick of the pack. Look at this. So he is.
Well,
he's up 9 positions, Alan. I know he's had a couple of
Luke's any
freebies.
kind of a driver. He's going to love being
Oh,
here,
that's a
isn't
lot of
he?
curb.
Because
Oh,
he's
so was
walking
that.
in-
Oh, God.
Well held, sir.
Oh,
like it.
my word.
Not woken up. Well done.
Freddie says...
Mind you, it was storming last week. He
Yeah.
absolutely drove the wheels off that car last week.
He did. Here
But
comes
it just
Deep
goes to
Mar.
show you. That just goes to show you how fast Mr. Jones is going.
Yeah, too right.
Because if he's gapping these guys, because they've got had serious pace just recently.
Certainly
Look
have.
at this.
This is a big crowd. Your top AM class driver is in this pack, folks. And that is Max Nevinchenny. Oh, I'm busy clicking the wrong screen. What an idiot. There's Max. Chasing JB at the minute.
Well, JB, yeah, another. He was fantastic. He had a great drive last week.
Absolutely stunning, yeah. Absolutely brilliant drive last week. I'm surprised he didn't come in the chat.
But we know that these guys are in form, so they're not hanging around. And if
No.
you're living with these people, they're actually at the front of them. That bodes well for your time in the league, I've got to say.
Yeah, it does. Stefan just dropped a position there. It's Dietmar. Dietmar's up 4 positions. Luke Jones up 9 positions.
Fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done.
Well, he clearly knows his way around that car
Yes.
because he's running with some very, right in them, just outside the top 10 in his first race. This is admirable stuff.
And you look at the timing tower, and again, I say all, apart from Sam, all the Pro Class cars together at the top of the table. Most of the Pro Am Class cars together in the middle, and then most of the Am Class cars together towards the back end there.
Stephen just popped in a purple one.
Who did? What was that?
Stephen,
Oh, did he?
yeah.
He's pulled
So
out a bit
Pete's
of a lead.
really encouraging him,
Yeah.
I think.
So, Luke has just gone down 1 place. Oh, Daniel Lewis has gone to the pits, but I don't even know why. There's no crash. It's just... Oh, he did go off track. Sorry, he's gone off track. He must have picked up a bit of damage. Look at these guys fanning out across the field. That's your lead, folks. Stephen Walker.
Stephen's making this gap
He is.
slowly but surely. He's got it to nearly 3/4 of a second, just
Yeah.
over. So slowly but surely he's eking out. But when you're as good as these drivers are, you eke out a 10th a lap, and it's like that. And the thing is, they do that every lap. He can hold that pace so accurately that he can get a 10th every single lap, and there's nothing Pete can do about it. Absolutely nothing. He's got that 10th, and every single lap, he will drive the car to its potential, and he'll have that 10th every lap. And but it takes a long while to build up a second,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It does.
So it's slowly but surely coming, but that's a lot of consistent driving by the pair of them. Pete's driving his heart out to keep it up with Stephen. He doesn't want Stephen to get away. I can assure you, he's doing his absolutely best,
Yeah, it's just about
which
to,
is a considerable best to stay with him.
yeah, it's just about to breach the 1 second mark, almost anyway, as a gap. Back here though, where JB is and all the others, this is the frantic bit of racing that's going on. Chris Needham's gone to pit road, and Chris Needham has been off track as well.
Oh,
And Casper has been off track, but he's not lost any positions. Let's have a look at this.
well done, Casper.
This is a Chris Needham on his own. This is the same corner again. It unbalances the car. The switchback is what gives you the...
Yeah.
Oh, and he's away into the gravel, and then... No! Not as,
You can't slow down, can you?
not as bad as some, but he had to pit the car and get the free repair. So they all have a fast repair, folks. It's a bit like getting in a spare car, if you take my point. Oh, and Spencer,
useful
what's
probably
happened
in
to
the,
Spencer? He's
Oh,
done
no.
the same.
Oh, no. Oh, dear, that's a mess.
Joking.
That's a mess. The suspension's gone.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this. I'm suspecting the same thing yet again, folks. Even to Craig Jones.
Well, we're seeing an awful lot of... Hello, Craig.
Oh dear.
Oh!
There you go.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
So, Sambly's...
That's that curbs again.
Yes.
These curbs are absolutely, can be really trepidatious. Well, we don't want to see that happening to Spencer. But
No.
we're Spencer fans here. And we
We
don't
are.
like to see him in the pits. We want him on the track racing. He's a sublime racer.
But having
Kenzie,
Sambly's...
look at Kenzie. Kenzie's doing great.
He is. Where is he?
He's
There.
hanging on, but you see, Stephen's got a second. Once they get to that second, there's something happens, and he's put that extra third, 3/10 in no time. So once he's got his second,
Yeah. He'll just stretch his legs, won't he? But I think Simon Trendle is not going to want to be off the podium here. The points are too valuable.
yes,
And he's putting mega pressure onto Kenzie, and he's got a good run here. This could be his opportunity. With only, what's that, 6 minutes to go?
Well, the points matter a great deal for Simon, and they don't mean much to Kenzie.
Yeah.
It's his first race.
But Kenzie doesn't know how to not win.
Well,
It's not in his DNA.
yeah, these guys have got to compete.
Yeah.
You can't expect them not to. If you're going to allow them in the race, you've got to allow them to compete. Simple as that.
Oh, absolutely. It's
So,
you know, Kenzie
so he's going to
shouldn't
compete.
just pull
but,
over.
you know,
Yeah.
you, how do you call that? Simon and Kenzie. A good form Simon and a good form Kenzie. Well, crikey, that's a tough call.
Right.
But certainly Simon's motivated. He's picked up a lot of points recently by just being there and thereabouts all the time. Really good driving, and he'll be trying to get past.
Yeah, on board the top of JB's car at the moment as he's chasing down Stefan, who's chasing down Dietmar, who's trying to get on terms with Luke Jones, and Tony Walker's leading this little group. It's a nice line from JB through there, actually, very professional. And look how much time he's gained on Stefan. If he can get a good drive off this one, maybe he can go to the... Oh, Stefan's covering the right.
Yeah.
So that's not going to work, so he's going to have to stay in line here. No point in pushing this yet.
Stefan's very good at that. He knows where his
Yeah.
line is, and he's just
Wily.
brilliant at it, isn't he?
Yeah, wily driver.
Absolutely.
So he nullified any disadvantage he had by doing that in front of JB. And then Stefan now having a good look at Dietmar. And he's alongside him, and he's going to do this. If he can hold this line.
Oh, it's all on the braking here.
Oh,
It's crucial.
oh, where's Stefan gone? Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone too deep.
Oh,
Might be able to keep alongside. Unless it
not
would no.
through here. Not through here. This is a wicked right
I
chicane.
don't know where Stefan went. There he is. He's in the distance.
Nasty bit of track there.
So that was a bit everywhere. That bit was.
It just shows you though how easy people are attacking, but it's not easy to get by. And
No.
But
Oh.
that a piece of track like that really upsets the car. So you don't want to be actually right on the edge when you actually come to it. If you're going to go.
No.
You can see what happens when you are.
I think Stefan may have hit the wall a little bit because he's
Oh, yes.
ailing a little there.
That car doesn't look very well, does it?
Not really, but it seems. Oh, it turned a bit sharp then. So I think maybe he's got something on a curb David Ayres, meanwhile, can now see the top spot of Am. 2 cars in front there with Max Nevin Chaney. So he will be eyes forward.
If he can stay with these, he'll be a happy guy.
Yeah. Andy Littler says, I think burger juice must have spilled out of Carl's car onto the track when he crashed.
Yeah.
I think it's more like pie gravy, isn't it? I don't know.
Either will do a good job when
Yeah.
it comes to skidding.
And Kenzie has managed to gap Simon, and Alex has managed to gain. So that would suggest that Simon's done a whoopsie somewhere.
Right, it doesn't take very much to lose a 10th round here.
No, you're right.
These curbs are on, so. But yes, I think Kenzie's driving remarkably well. I don't think he's going to be easy for Simon to get by at all.
No, and he's only got 2 minutes to do it.
And Stephen has stamped his authority at the front of the race in no uncertain terms against a very, very fast driver in Pete Newman.
Yeah, and in 2 unusually quiet races, we have Jamie Jeffrey here in 6th place, which is good points scoring for him. And Kasper Smirnov, yet again, top Pro-Am at the moment. He's made his way forward 3 places since the start. But he's had quite a quiet race, hasn't he? He's been in the thick of it. Yeah, by his standard, yeah.
But he's still well inside the top 10.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you.
Do you want to see something really funny? At the minute, the reverse pole position is going to be David Ayres. I don't think he's going to be flashing his lights, is he? He's going to be bricking it if he needs to start the feature race from pole.
I imagine he's would be thrilled by the opportunity.
That's one way of describing it. But look how many cars you would say at the back of the field and well out of position. Chris Needham, Demis Tigchalar, P. Van Gool, Sam Blees, Spencer, Carl. There's some big names that have been caught out, all in that same series of turns, Alan.
Yes, well, they come in clumps of horribleness.
Yes, yeah. Does seem to happen like that. So Jamie,
always found this a difficult course.
Yes.
In this car particularly, in the front wheel drives, I found it physically one of the more demanding circuits to actually handle. It's a bit like Knockhill. The physicality of it is hard. The curves and the bouncing, it's physically hard work, and this is a demanding drive. It doesn't look much, but let me tell you, it's a lot harder than it looks.
It does look a simple track, to be fair.
Yeah, it looks straightforward.
Oh, here we go.
It?
We are on
almost an oval.
checker.
Almost an oval. Barely a corner on.
I know. And there we go. That's Stephen Walker taking the checker flag.
Yeah, congratulations to Stephen. That's a fine victory.
Certainly is. Let's see what's going to happen behind. Oh, where is Simon Trendle? I've clearly done one of my wonderful.
Oh, something's happened.
Yeah.
Bad.
Simon.
But well done to Kenzie. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And, great for racing pulses there.
I'm going to look at this incident now because I lose the opportunity to watch it again. So this is Simon Trendle. He's not. This is the same turn as everybody else. It is as well. He's lost it, but he's... Oh, my word. Has he been lucky? Nope. He's another one in the wall at the same point.
That was had its fair share today, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got at least 3 different car brands stamped into it.
Yes, it's got some scalps, that one has. Goodness me.
And that's
good drivers as well. It doesn't matter if you're a good driver or not. You get the wrong combination of velocity and
well, this is at the end of the race. Well, who was that? Was that Demis?
Should be okay.
Demis, is he going to stop for that? I don't know. Is he stopping? Oh,
no damage.
Oh, he stopped. Right.
Oh, look at that.
So there you go. Sportsmanship, folks, of the highest order. They've obviously been into a scrap.
We like that a lot.
We do.
That's another reason for being in a league.
Oh, no, that's not the actual incident. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't get it now. Damn it. Right, okay, been betrayed by the SDK gods, or the iRacing gods, probably both. Right, so we're into warm-up, so let's have a look at how that first race of tonight finished.
Nice dry race, and
Yeah.
the pace didn't let up from start, did it? Not for a second.
No. This section needs a highlight reel. Yeah, it does, yeah. Pete Van Cool. Right, so Stephen Walker was your race winner for tonight's sprint race for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. Pete Newman finished second for Result X Pure Sims, with Kenzie Newhoff getting the bottom step of the podium for Hydro Race Racing Forces by TRL by iRace. That's not a mouthful at all. Alex Savallano-Ledo finished fourth for the TRL Racing Forces. Jamie Jeffrey finished fifth for Coupes and Convertibles, with Casper Smirnoff top Pro-Am car again in sixth place on track for Apex 1. Rene Earhart in seventh, second in class for Cutting Corny. And Jamie Wilson finished eighth and second in class for Team Chimera, ahead of his own teammate, which is unusual for them. Ninth was Simon Trendle for Team Chimera. We saw what happened. Tony Walker finished 10th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with Luke Jones 11th. That's really good racing for his first race in this league for JW Motorsport. Dietmar Hoos finished 12th for Cutting Corny, with JB finishing 13th for BSTV. Max Nevinchani, the first of your AM-class drivers tonight over the line, finished 14th, with David Ayres 15th for Safeguard by Result and second in class. Jura Larkinen finished 16th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. 17th was Stefan Goebel for VTS Esports, with Chris Dixon on the bottom step of the AM-class podium for Work Guard by Result in 18th overall. 19th was Darryl Wright for Safeguard by Result. And 20th was Kylie. Apologies to Andy Little, we didn't get a spin out of Kylie tonight. Got a few other spins, but not him.
Yeah, and well done, because this is a hard place
Not to spin.
get one. Yeah.
Oh dear, how ironic. Air Smart Racing for Jason Haddington, and then Anthony Hilton finished 21st for Mellow Motorsport with Dan Lewis, 22nd for SRL, and then all the people that had the incident. Chris Needham 23rd for Air Smart Racing, Demis Tigchalar 24th for TRL Racing Forces, Pete Van Gool 25th for Result X Pure Sims, Sam Blees 26th for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. And then Spencer McCarthy for the white version of Geodesic Racing in 27th, and Carl Hardy last for Result X Pure Sims.
It's not a happy bottom there with all those finishes.
No, not at all.
And look at that for Hydro Race. Two of our top drivers sitting there, non-finishers. Not something you see very often with Spencer and Sam, is it?
No, not at all, actually. It's very surprising. We'll have to do a debrief on everything to do with race one.
It just shows you how treacherous this place can be.
But all those crashes, or pretty much everything we saw, was cars on their own.
Yes.
It wasn't like they were...
It's just the track. It's a dangerous set of curbs and tarmac.
Yeah.
They conspire to make fools of drivers.
yeah. Good job I'm not driving, isn't it? So, where are we at the moment? We are over halfway through this, just 5 minutes worth of practice as we see the pit lane entry, which is quite dramatic, and then you're straight into the lane and into your pit box. Nicely done there from Tony Walker. Is he going to go straight back out? I think he is. He was just driving through his box to say he could do it. And then he's back out on track. He might get one more shot at it, because it's not a long lap round here. Maybe not, actually, because it's going to cut him off. Pit lane exit, we don't normally see this, but you are straight into the racing line, Alan.
Yeah.
It's not a happy place.
No.
The brave will be happy to sweat it out and come out later, but the not so brave will want to pit early, I think, and get out into clean air. I think this one's going to be a significant strategy race based on that. We once saw a season finale in V8 here at Sandown, and it was the most dramatic thing I've ever seen, with people being overtaken in pit road, doing the overtaking but not on track. They did it all in pit road. It was fascinating to watch, and I think Kenzie was part of that. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. They usually do, folks. So that's the end.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, hang on. Alex says he'll make a reel just from the crashes. Alex Savalano-Ledo has been making snippet reels and posting them to lots of social media sites for us. And he's going to fill it up with just crashes from this one, from that first one. Right, let's have a look at our grid. And there's people on the grid, so I'm going to do this.
Well, this is exciting stuff, Pete. I'm looking forward to the shape of this.
Yeah, David Ayres will lead us away. I'm just going to do names this time. Leave it easy on myself. Max Nevinciani will go off second. So an all AM class front row. I don't think I've seen that before. JB will go off third with Dietmar Hoos off fourth. Fifth will be Luke Jones in his first race with us. Tony Walker will go off sixth. Seventh will be Simon Trendle. Jamie Wilson will go off 8th. 9th will be Renee Earhart. Casper Smirnoff will go off 10th. 11th will be Jamie Jeffrey. Alex Savalano-Ledo will go off 12th. 13th will be Kenzie. Pete Newman off 14th. Stephen Walker off 15th. Jura Larkinen off 16th. 17th will be Stefan. Chris Dixon will go off 18th. 19th will be Darryl Wright. Jason Kiley Haddington will go off 20th. 21st will be Anthony Hilton. 22nd will be Dan Lewis. 23rd will be Chris Needham. Demis Tictular off 24th. 25th will be, if I can find it, Pete Van Gool. 26th will be Sam Blees. Spencer will go off 27th. Carl Hardy off 28th. And he will bring up the rear of tonight's feature race field. It's a 40-minute race, folks. We have it's going to be a mandatory pit stop. I don't think anybody's fuel saving this one. And we'll find.
No, but you don't know with these guys, to be honest.
No,
Pete,
you don't.
You don't know, and they're close, and there's some straights.
Oh, hang on.
I think it's physically possible.
I can't find a camera where it doesn't show David Ayres flashing his lights. Damn it!
David's delighted.
Oh, hang on.
At the back end of this race.
Oh, even that. Oh, right, that's from the
Is
back.
Spencer
of the
taking the grid?
Yep. Everybody's on.
So we've got Spencer and Sam right at the back with PVG and Carl Hardy.
I'm gonna laugh until I have a hernia if all that flashing means he doesn't. He either jumps the start or doesn't get going off the start.
Oh dear.
So everybody's gridded. And now we are
David
going
will
to
put his
lights.
best foot forward. He's in flashy heaven.
Well, he's not now. Now he's in eyes front. He's probably going to poop himself with the concentration. Right, he's away. And they're all away. And that looked
Come
like a
on,
really
get
good
a good
start from the
start,
whole
David.
field.
This is what we want. Get a good start, mate.
Well, he's got Max Nevinciani right next to him into turn one.
He's done a cracking start. That's a brilliant start.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my God, that's a crowded house.
And he's led the field away. Fantastic.
He has. There's a lot going on mid-pack.
Yes.
Oh, two cutting corny cars together here.
This was terrifying in the first race, Pete. I don't think it's any less so now.
No, look at the field. So intense. So Casper Smirnoff, not wasting any time. He's having a bit of this.
But it's three wide, 3.5 wide.
Yeah.
Goodness, and that's on this track, and we just know how dangerous this track is tonight.
Oh,
it's just,
my God.
Seriously, saucy.
Oh, no, Pete Newman. No. Has he gone? No, he's stayed. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's done.
He hit the wall. That's not done his chances any good.
No, he's broken his right front suspension. Right, so pounding round the corners.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. So early in the race, the first lap, you're full of adrenaline, you're wanting to do well, and then a setback like that. A right kick in the nuts. Oh dear.
He's had to go to the pits, but he's got a fast repair, but it's not going to help him, is it? Because he's going to have to pit again for fuel, so... right.
Yeah, it's the worst possible time, isn't it, to have to pit the first lap?
Yes.
There's just no way of making it, resolving that in a good way.
No, not at all. Right, so Jamie Jeffrey getting a lovely line through that last corner. That's put him right on the boot lid of Casper. Nice driving from Jamie Jeffrey there. Meanwhile, David Ayres still leads this race. Do not adjust your sets, folks. His lights aren't broken, I don't think, but they're not flashing at the moment because he's about to give himself some sort of hernia through the
I think
concentration.
he's got other things on his mind.
Maybe, not sure what they are.
Well,
might be the
probably
30-odd cars
slightly
that are
in front of Max at the moment.
Yeah, oh, is that yeah, Simon Trendle round the outside of Max Nevinchani.
Yeah.
Unleashes Simon
Oh,
Trendle.
JB.
JB! Go on, JB.
Goodness me. That's tasty work.
It is.
Come through by onside Max like that. It's brilliant.
What's going on back here? Nearly 3 wide back here, and we will be if Jamie Jeffrey has his way. He's going for it.
Me.
Where's my chopper cam?
3 wide through there. Goodness me. It's just tense moments. Sandown.
Can't even find the chopper cam. There we go. Found it now. Casper defends that line nicely
Oh,
in front.
You've got to get it. If you get this right, it's not bad. It's a nice corner if you get it right.
Yeah. Oh, no.
This is bumpy and...
That is rough, and that's Max.
Deceitful,
Max round, and
deceiving
Jamie's
corner.
collected him. Yeah, Jamie had no option then.
No, it was...
Oh, Max. Sad.
Ag.
Ah, yeah.
Can you drive it back to the pits?
Let's hope so, because it'll be the quicker way than doing towing from 3/4 of a lap. He's towed it. He's had to tow it.
That's a 3-minute tow, isn't it?
It is minimum. So a little bit messy at that point, anyway. But everybody else seems to be okay so far. I don't know what the damage is to Jamie Jeffrey's car, but if he can sweat that out for another 2 or 3 laps, he'll be able to pit that car for fuel and fixings and be on his way again. But it does look a bit messed up, doesn't it?
Well, he's blinking, and I'm just wondering, well, if his...
Connection.
He can't give you the pace, can he? I mean, he
No.
can't maintain the pace with his car in that state.
Oh!
He's
Oh
got to
my
come in.
God. And that's...
He's got to come in.
Yeah, that's the difficulty with having the pit lane entry on the racing line. There was nearly a massive crash.
Yes, that would have been interesting, because he had to
Oh,
get
there you go,
off.
fixed.
He had to come off, and they had to, yeah. Wow.
Oh, that was terrifying. Right, okay.
Every old business.
This is Simon Trendle to the lead. So he's wrested that away from David Ayres. We'll have a look at that in a minute. It was happening while we were watching pit lane entries, I think, because it was off the last corner and into the first corner.
Classic Simon overtake, and I suspect that he's likely to have the edge on pace and create a gap fairly rapidly.
Yeah, that was a perfect bit about braking, I have to say. Absolutely textbook. Right, let's go back to live racing, because
It's not like Dave's not driving well. Dave's
No.
driving really well to be there, but it just shows you the quality of a top driver.
Yeah, I was going to say Anthony Hilton's got a nosebleed, but we've seen him higher than this before, so that would have been unfair of me. Casper Smirnoff has got Kenzie for company, and these two have never raced together before, so I don't know that Casper knows just how rapid Kenzie will be.
Well,
Jura, what's happened to Jura? He's literally just gone to pit road. What's happened?
oh no.
He's coming out of the pits. What's this? Oh, is he just going to park up?
Has had a repair.
No, he's just going to park up and let the field go. That classes as a crash. All right. I don't know why he's been in the pits, though. It must have been a penalty. I think that was a penalty. Maybe a jump start or something. I don't know. It's too far in now, though, isn't it?
Oh.
Right, we'll have
No,
to...
can't be a jump start. So
Yeah,
it'll have to be something else. Don't know. Don't know. And not helpful, though, for his race.
No. No, definitely not. Cutting Corny Car's doing very well. Dietmar Hoos is your lead Cutting Corny Car at the moment. Oh, hang on. That was Luke Jones in a massive
Luke.
crash. Right, let's have a look at that.
Luke.
I think this is, I hate to say it. Oh, I can't even get it at the minute. My screen is betraying me at every point. I think this is going to be the same issue. Ignore that. It wasn't the one I wanted.
Oh, we have to. This happening to Luke now.
This
You're
is
joking
Luke.
me, aren't you?
I am not. I think this is exactly
Yeah.
over rotated on the other side of the track to the others, but the same corner. Oh my God. Stefan's gone now as well.
Oh, Corone. Oh, he was doing so well.
Stefan
I was
and Anthony.
really looking forward to seeing how he went in the feature race.
Oh,
I
so
enjoyed. Oh.
yeah. So
Oh, goodness.
that was a different issue. So Anthony got onto the curb on the right hand side, and Stefan had nowhere to go. So that's that one. And then I think Andrew Littler's about to get his wish. because that is Kylie on these corners yet again.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh no, that's all it is. Right, okay, that's fine. That's
Oh,
fine.
thank heavens.
Yeah, yeah, good. Not a spin. Right, so
No, that wouldn't have deserved it either.
no, it wouldn't.
We don't want
man.
Kylie getting a spin.
Renee. Yeah, Renee's got mega damage front left. You can see the front tyre, and you shouldn't be able to see it from the front. So he's been in the wall or into another car. His teammate Dietmar's doing a great job though. He's holding his own in 7th place. He's about to go to 8th because Alex Savillano-Ledo is mega fast.
Yeah, well, look at the front of the race. There's an awful lot of green there, and David is still in 2nd place, I'll point out, on lap 7.
Yeah. And Daniel Mills has realised that he's gone blind because Alex Savillano-Ledo is in the race. Kenzie has now got Dietmar in his sights.
An amateur, 1, 2, 3, 4, was it 5? 4 pro-ams, then another pro, then another pro-am.
Yeah.
The Greens are absolutely kicking ass in the top 10 tonight.
But look at David Ayres, 2nd
Yeah.
place still.
Exactly.
What on earth is going on? Do not adjust your sets. I haven't got the number boards wrong. This is David Ayres in 2nd place.
And he's doing a really great job. And keeping JB at bay, which is
Yeah.
after JB's drive last week, that's no easy task.
That was spectacular. Yeah.
We know he's got form and he's got a real great feel for the car at the moment.
Right.
So kudos to David at the moment, but I'm very impressed by the pro-am at the moment.
Yeah, me too.
That's fantastic.
I think Demis Tigchalar got freaked out by Chris Dixon's line through that little chicane thing, and it's put him into the clutches here of Anthony Hilton and Daniel Lewis, and there's all sorts going on here as well. We've got it's messy everywhere at the minute. There's battles all over.
It's exciting racing, I know that.
Yeah, Chris Dixon's got away, as in he's
There's
pulling
Pete.
away from this group because they're all scrapping.
Where's
Yeah.
Pete's in.
Well, Pete's on a
26th.
massive recovery drive after the first lap, isn't he?
Yes, but the kind of driver he is. A bit of a setback, but buckled down.
Yeah,
took
I
his
mean,
medicine and back out on the track.
maybe he can fuel save it from here, and if he can, then it will, eliminate the
It's all
negative.
points, and he's in the championship.
Oh yeah.
So, everything's points, isn't it? And he finishes the race, he scores points. The more, I doubt very much he's going to be finishing the race where he's in 26.
No, me neither. Definitely not. And Dan Mills says he misses racing with us. Well, we're not stopping him, are we?
Probably his real life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? though,
I
Pete?
think real life is overrated.
Yes, but some people have to live it.
Well,
They can't all be retired like me.
yeah, this is true. Alex Savillano,
In the Texas, so I get my pension. Thank you very much.
yeah. Alex Savillano-Ledo is the fastest man on track.
Wow, that's impressive. Well done, Alex. Not to, it's been absolutely steaming every week for weeks now. It's just been absolutely killing pace. He has, but he hasn't got past Casper.
No, I think Casper is it's quite a challenge actually, isn't it? Because he's so fast. Jamie Wilson just ahead of them there. Is in 4th place, and he can see 3rd, he can see 2nd. He can't quite see Simon Trendle because Simon Trendle is way out here with a 3-second lead at the moment.
Yes, but I think the fact that it's taken him this long to get 3 seconds over David Ayres is
Yes,
a
yeah,
testament to David's driving.
I agree
And
entirely.
He's still holding JB at bay.
Oh, the other thing to note, this race will go to twilight, Alan.
Oh goodness, lights up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
dear
think
me.
so.
Oh, hello. Now that's a nice sight to see.
Yeah.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah, he's back racing.
That's very good, and yeah.
Well, it'll fit in well when
We
he
approve of that.
Yeah.
We approve of that, Mr. Jones, very much. Congratulations.
Mm.
Yes.
He was
Back on
concerned
the
that
track.
he was concerned that he might get in other people's ways and in other people's way and upset the league. But I told him no, just get racing. That's what we want. Where's Casper gone? Oh, Casper's been off now as well at the same point as everybody else. Let's have a look at this. Was he throwing
Well,
it
he's
back?
been
Oh
getting
no!
pressured, hasn't he? He has been getting pressured.
Well, he was trying to overtake Jamie Wilson. Oh, he's got out of control there on his own. So not quite the same. And he's avoided the wall. So well done, well done. That's a result.
Yes.
That is a result to avoid that wall.
He's got control of the car, but
Oh, D-Bar, where you going, mate? Oh,
well,
no, who
they've
was
got
the
to
other one?
attack somewhere.
Tony.
There isn't. There isn't anywhere safe to attack on this circuit.
No. 10 wide we were going into turn 3 then. Oh, that's a lovely opportunistic move from Tony Walker. He's not going to make it work though. He's not going to get any drive off. And that Honda doesn't necessarily launch as well as the Elantra out of these corners. He's now having well, he's taking a race.
He's off when he wanted to be accelerating.
Yeah.
It's all very exciting
Oh,
stuff.
3 wide. Do not go 3 wide into this, boys, because we've seen the death that's in here.
Oh, 1 wide is 2 wide.
Yeah. Yeah. 1 is too many. Oh dear. Good grief. That's a classic line, Alan. Oh, I love you. You're brilliant. Oh dear. 1 wide is 2 wide. That's sensational.
Look, I'm glad to see that Carl's still moving around.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Casper, where have you gone? Oh, he's gone to the pits. And this is a scheduled stop.
This will be, this
Yeah.
will be strategically inclined.
Yeah, this
indeed.
is situation normal. Oh, Dietmar's gone forever.
Mm,
You're drinking whiskey, aren't you? I can tell.
yes, what a time for you to do that, Dietmar.
I
Just
know.
not having a sober mind up in whiskey.
Oh, that was funny. Right, so Jason Kennedy Haddington also scheduled stop in the pits. Right then, PVG.
Oh, hello. What's that?
I don't know. That is Carl Hardy flashing his
Yes.
lights. None of that, thank you.
It's flashing at Tony.
I know, yeah.
Tony's not going to take a blind bit of notice.
No, he's not. He's just going to be like, whatever.
I don't think he's going to be impressed by that at all, matey.
No.
I don't think those photons are going to move him out the way.
He's going to flick you the bird, isn't he, and do one down the road. Right. Who else have we got in close battles? Well, this is the closest battle. You can see how close the battle is. Oh, Christ. Look at all them.
Going up to go in the pits here.
I know. Pick a ticket, boys.
Oh, this must be planned. There's
Oh, yeah.
team tactics going off here, look.
Yeah, two deep mark cars. What the hell am I talking about? 2 Coin Corny cars in at the same time. Right.
And Pete was
Yeah.
going in as well.
And Dietmar's just entered pit road. He's a bit delayed though, Dietmar. Demis, sorry. Demis.
We're getting through it
No, it was Dietmar.
quietly, aren't they?
Yeah.
The pit stops are unwinding and we're not getting any dramas about it.
No, I'll put the pit stop thing, pit lap, on the thing. There we go. So you can see who's pitted, folks. It was Demis Tinctuar that was in last of all those cars. So we should see them coming in waves. That was a bit congested, that last one. I have to say, there was 4 cars trying to pile in at the same time.
Yeah, so 11 and 12 laps seem favourite. I wonder why that is.
I don't know. We used to see lap 6, didn't we? That was the magic lap.
Yes.
But if they'd done that in this race, they'd have come out into traffic, and coming out of pit lane with traffic passing you is almost game over, isn't it? So
yes. And these guys are canny enough not to do that. They time it very carefully so that they can come out into a gap if they've got any choice anyway. Sometimes you haven't got a choice. There's just no way of manipulating so you can get in a gap. So
no, not at all.
it's just tough. But generally, you're doing your world. You're racing your world of power of good if you can come out into a nice big juicy gap
Yeah.
and make time in
PVG.
clean air.
So what we've
There's
got
not been
going.
a lot of clean air, has there, Pete?
No, there hasn't. And Stephen Walker, I'm surprised at because he's not managed to move forward. Well, not much anyway. He's only 4 positions up. He's in 11th. I'm gonna see what happens here when. Why is PVG still stood still?
Yes, actually, that is.
That's a long,
You're right, after
long
15
stop.
laps, I would have thought Stephen would have made a bit more, but it just goes to show you the standard of this blooming league is so high now.
So
And
PVG's
once
got a
it's past
penalty.
corners, oh,
PVG's being punished by the iRacing gods.
oh,
And he's about to get overtaken by a number of cars, I would think.
naughty old Pete, smack
Oh, he's
bottom.
away now. And we're about to see, with Chris Dixon as our eyes, hopefully, what happens when cars come out of pit road in front of you at this pit stop. We'll have a look back from his car as well, because there's going to be cars behind.
Just so impressed by David's driving tonight, Pete. I've got to say.
He is doing really well. Don't ever tell him I said that, because he's
I
just
know.
flashing his lights and shit.
It's the stunning drive.
Yeah.
It is. No matter what happens now, for 15 laps, he's actually there, been right at the sharp end of this race, and he's done it all on pace and a really fast track.
Ooh.
He's got to be thrilled with himself, and he should be.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm surprised that Stephen Walker hasn't managed to move forward, but he might have a
Yes.
track tick. And the front of his car is caved in, so whether that's affecting the overall performance, I'm not sure. Maybe his fuel's saving the piece. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
why didn't he? Why didn't he go and do his fuel early then if he's been slowed down?
Don't know. Really don't understand. As Spencer McCarthy pops up the fastest lap of the race. Now he's in clean air. There's no stopping him. Look at him go.
Yes, well, expected that really.
Carl Hardy to pit road. Now I think Carl Hardy's going to end up coming out in traffic here.
Go on, Captain. You're doing a grand job.
Is there any traffic near him? Well, where is Casper? Casper's bearing down on him now. But I think he may have done enough there. Yeah, he has. So Carl's out ahead of Casper.
Get tight to those curves.
Yeah. That's a lot
This
of...
is nasty. This is much
this
worse
is
than it
vicious.
looks. That's a horrible bounce through there.
Yeah, if you get the first bounce not to settle before the second one, your car does weird things. It just flies
Yeah.
off in random directions.
And you've barely got it back together when that left-hander comes up. So
Yeah.
it's all a bit pressured.
Oh, David Ayres has entered pit road.
So this is a big moment for David.
It is. Oh, Kylie, what have you done? Hopefully this is not terminal. Oh, it will be terminal. Where's he going? Oh, he's just pulled over.
Oh no, what's going off?
I don't know, but he's reset the car. Obviously not enjoyed himself somewhere on track. Where is David Ayres coming out? He's coming out right on top of JB.
JB.
Yeah, JB sails past him.
Well, we could have done with being in front of JB.
Well, depends where your vote goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
Well, you would be being a bit of backfire driver.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right, so...
Davey gave me my first drive in a team.
Oh, really?
Yes, result.
Oh, yeah. I just assumed it was Carl because he's your captain, but...
Yeah. There was a collusion between them. They invented work guide just so I could have a drive,
Oh, okay, very nice. Like it.
basically. Well, they all scooted off here from the MX-5s.
Yep.
We poached half of the drivers in one seat. They came here. 1 minute I was in a Discord full of result drivers next season it's half empty because they're all decamped over here,
Oh, really?
including me.
Yeah,
I was driving there as well then.
yeah. Nice.
I learned better since.
Here comes Alex Sabulano Ledo on Chris Dixon. Later on the brakes. Can he get it turned? Yes, he can. Chris Dixon compliant in that little series of manoeuvres.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a skill to both, actually.
Yeah. But he doesn't demonstrate it quite so much at the moment.
No, I mean, yeah.
Work hard and safeguard the booty.
Yeah. I'd be more concerned about losing your retinas to the car behind, to be honest. Right, so Jamie Wilson has decided it's time.
Well, yeah, it's interesting that so many people have still got to come in. They're leaving it late.
And I think he's going to come out around about here. I don't know why. I think he's going to come out right near JB. Maybe not, because he's already on the exit road. No, I think I was right. Oh my God, Pete Bingham calls a correct timing. Said nobody ever. So David Ayres, is he going to get past him? Oh, that's close.
David got past. David was gritting his teeth there. He wasn't going to let that go.
And JB trying to get through on Chris Dixon just ahead. That's yes, it's for position, but it's where is he? There. It is for position, but Chris owes us a pit stop, and JB doesn't. Nothing to say he should get out of the way, though. He's on the lead lap.
Absolutely, and yeah, they're in close contention.
Yeah. These two, well out of position after various different crashes. This is PVG and Stefan. There's a few ailing cars back here, or they were ailing before. They're all fixed and shiny new now, but back to this four-way battle that's developed. Chris Dixon from JB, from David Ayres, from Jamie Wilson. And Chris Dixon stays out again. Are we going to see JB pull alongside?
Yeah, JB, I would think we'll try and get a run on him, surely. Well, he'll be trying. He's trying, that's for sure. He's going to run out of space.
I don't think he's going to manage it from back there.
No.
Unless it's Send of the Century.
and
Chris has sent it on himself. Overshot the corner a bit.
That was...
and then stayed out of the way. So, well done to Chris, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magnanimous and...
cause difficulties for people who have already done their pit stops. But Chris is a very courteous chap. And
yeah, he is. Lovely.
He keeps his eyes open.
Yeah. Lovely bloke.
Now behind him, we've got Carl.
Oh.
Now come on. He's got to back to midfield. Go on, Skipper.
Car behaviour looks good.
It's a busy, it's a busy midfield. These guys are they've got a lot invested in
Oh,
it.
Dietmar!
Saved the day.
Yeah, nice. I think it's safe to say that if you go through that corner and don't hit the wall, you've done well.
Yes. I have to say I've hit it more than.
Well, I'm not going to say anything, mate. So David Ayres, I think he's getting. Oh no, he's not getting tracked down by Jamie. Jamie came out of the pits in exactly that place, didn't he? And that far behind him. So this is going to go on for a while as the sun starts to set here at Sandown. What?
Sundown, will go. It's Sundown at Sandown.
And here we go. This is it. So your race leader, folks, Simon Trendle, who had a monster lead, to be fair, has pitted the car. We'll have to see.
It's been a very comfortable drive for Simon so far.
Let me see where I think he's going to come out. I think
Spencer's just put in the purple one.
Oh, he has.
He's feeling motivated.
So, car 23. Who are you? Oh, right, it's a lapped car. It's Pete Newman is going to come out of... So, I mean, you can see how much clean air Simon Trundle's got. He's got miles of it. Right. So there is Simon on his way. Lead of the pitted cars, we'll say.
Lead is still secure.
Yeah.
Comfortable 5 seconds over Alex.
8.
that
9.
eight?
9
You sure?
seconds, yeah.
Oh, 9 seconds. Yeah, you're right. Goodness. Yeah, that's very comfortable. He's not feeling any pressure.
No, I mean,
And
Simon's...
everybody in front of him has got to go into the box.
Yeah, Simon's biggest threat, I think, is Kenzie. Because Kenzie's putting up really good laps. They're not purple laps, but they are very, very rapid. Oh, he's pitted the car. Right, we'll find out now. Oh, hang on. We've got them all coming in.
Yeah, well, I would think they're probably running on air. That's
In fact,
22 laps.
that is everybody. That's the whole field now.
Yeah.
Yep, whole field. So where is Simon Trundle? Here he is. Anybody going to come out anywhere near him? Oh, right. So Kenzie's the first one to launch, which was expected. He was the first one in. But
Well,
look at Pete Newman. I know he might have to pit again, but actually, Pete Newman is miles back. He's just unlapped himself from these guys. Actually,
yeah.
didn't realise he'd lost that much. But there you go. Right, so Kenzie is 8 seconds behind Simon Trundle. And I don't think there's any reason to think that Simon Trundle needs to save any fuel. Oh my God. Alex Sevillano-Lado nearly took it to the wall. And I know why, because that's Sam Blease behind him. So there's massive pressure coming.
Yes, well, this sorting out to be done among this group, isn't there now? I really
what's
don't
going on
see
here?
Anybody here. Simon's going to have to make a big mistake for it to be headed. I
Oh.
really don't see that happening.
Not too close. Not too close.
Oh, come.
Ooh, David Ayres!
Oh,
Ah,
crash
no!
Oh.
And another victim at the same point on the track, Alan.
Oh.
If you want-
Can he drive in?
I don't think
Can
so,
he drive
because
in?
his left front is snapped.
Oh, that doesn't look very well, does it?
No.
Well, he tried, but no.
And I think the light flashy stalk came off. Shouldn't make you laugh when you're drinking
I
whiskey.
imagine it's melted at the moment.
Yeah.
The language is going off in that car.
Yeah.
There won't be any substantial
Oh.
plastic left on it. It's dripping off his patient is dripping.
Yeah. So, Sam Blease can sniff a podium. We've got these new shaky cameras, thanks to Alex Sevillano-Lado, who adjusted all our replays and onboards.
Well, it's because you've got the DTs, Pete.
Well, not just because I've got the DTs, Alan. Not just because I've got. And you know, the timing tower has sorted itself out again. So most of the pro cars together, most of the pro-ams
look
together.
at this. This is very cosy,
Isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a good overtake if one can be executed. Alex is not going to make this an easy overtake, let's face it. He's going to protect Kenzie.
I can get past him as fast as Alex.
Wait for him to make a mistake, I think, is the main thing. Kenzie,
It's
though.
not likely. He's a pretty good driver. He doesn't make many.
Probably not. Kenzie has munched half a second out of Simon Trundle in one lap.
Oh, and Stephen's just putting in the fast one.
Oh, has he?
he's
Oh, he has, yeah.
purple.
He's right behind this group that we're on board with at the minute.
Oh, he will be filling his boots. He's got 10 minutes.
You can see Stephen, he's 3 cars back there. And the car in the foreground is Pete Van Gool, who's a lap down. And yeah, I think at the moment Alex has got enough of a toe off Kenzie that he's managing to keep ahead of Spencer. Sam, sorry, Sam. Spencer's the car just behind PVG. I Don't know whether they're going to call team orders in racing white, and Stephen would finish ahead of Spencer. Might happen because Spencer, I don't think is. I think he's P nowhere in the championship. I'm just going to go and have a look actually. Where is Spencer in the championship?
They have been racing though. They have been racing. So
pro standings. So Spencer's in 8th place. Would he? Yeah, he probably would give that position to Stephen. I'm thinking. But it'll be on the last lap if it's going to be anywhere.
well, let's see.
Right, so...
Let's see, but it's the pro drivers have asserted their dominance. There's a big block of blue at the top of that
yeah.
leaderboard now. That wasn't there before.
No, it wasn't. I would split it up for everybody by showing class standings like this. But they're pretty much in their class standings anyway, so I'm just going to go back to default.
Not much in it, yeah. Well, this is interesting because you can see, of course, we've got people out of place because of the late pit stops as well. This changes everything. Once the pit stops start, this all gets, it's a bit like a mixing bowl, isn't it?
It is.
Everything gets chucked in there and stirred up.
For a minute there, I was like, why is Jamie Jeffrey so far down the standings? But he had that incident earlier, didn't he? So.
He did. But there's been no shortage of incidents here, but that's so often the case here.
It is.
It doesn't matter what the car is either.
No. Anthony Hilton's still...
The V8s suffer as well, don't they?
Yeah,
This is a favourite track for the V8s, and they enjoy these plate curbs as well.
Anthony Hilton's got himself a nice tidy 11-second lead over Chris Dixon in AM class.
Yes.
Who in turn has got a nice, healthy 4-second lead over Darrell Wright. In the results stable still, but...
Yes, David is. Why is he down at 24th?
David Ayres is in 24th. Do you know what? I'm not... Oh, hang on. This just happened. This is what happened. I don't know what it is. Oh, side by side. Did we watch this? Yes, we did. Remember, he demolished himself, didn't he? And then parked it.
So he's came back out.
Yeah, he's back out on track. Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, did he lose a lap then?
Not. Oh, yes, to the top 10 he did, but not to the cars. Well, yeah. Yeah, he kind of did lose a lap, yeah. That's Casper behind him.
Such a shame after his drive this
I know.
week.
Really good at the start of this one as well. Kept second place for ages.
Yeah, he did.
And became a victim like many others, many capable drivers, on that same bit of tarmac.
Yeah.
Amazing the way that it makes the cars behave, isn't it? Or misbehave, sorry,
misbehave. It's treacherous.
Yeah.
And it catches an awful lot. And there isn't any bad drivers in this league.
No.
They're all good drivers. And when these guys are getting caught out, you know it's an edgy old business.
Definitely.
Though, of course, these guys do drive on the limit. And that's where you're going to be found out, isn't it?
It is.
How long have we got? 5 minutes.
Yeah, only 5 minutes left, and Alex Lado keeping Sam Blees behind him at the moment. But the two other Geo drivers of Spencer and Stephen. Oh, Stephen has now taken that position from Spencer. So how easily was that given?
Yes.
Let's have a quick look.
It doesn't sound like it was defended terribly hard.
Oh, we missed this because this was at the same time as Carl crashing. Might even see Carl ahead of us. It was a let go. Spencer just got out of his way and let him go.
Yeah. That's a very reasonable thing to do in this situation, I think.
Yeah. Does that mean Carl's crashed again?
No, absolutely impossible. It's absolutely impossible that my captain would crash again. There's no way at all that would ever happen.
Sorry. Oh, he's looped it.
No, you're just imagining that. It's just, honestly, it's just an illusion, a visual hallucination.
I think
That wasn't my captain spinning around in the middle of the track and smashing into that big heavy lump of. Was it?
concrete.
Was
I
it
think.
really?
I think that's
Oh
concrete.
dear. It did seem impervious to cars.
It did. Yeah. Seemed pretty robust. Oh, hang on. And yeah, Alex has had to give best. I missed it while we were watching that actually. Although he might come back here.
Well, he's not giving. He's not giving anything, has he?
No.
He's hanging off
He
him.
wants it. And he's about
wants
to
it
end
back.
up in the wall, maybe.
Oh.
He gave it a really good go, but it's actually not benefited him in the slightest. He's moving backwards a little. He's lost a position there to Stephen Walker, series leader and reigning champion.
That's unfortunate because you're not going to get that back easily.
I don't think that one's coming back. I just don't. That looked like. Oh, that is.
Oh,
that's,
no, this,
that's an overtake for Anthony Hilton on
that's
Carl.
Anthony taking Carl.
Yeah, so I think Carl's car.
That's the Am champ
Yeah,
taking over somebody who's in contention at the top of the Pro-Am leaderboard.
it is. And
So why is that happening?
don't know. Let's have a look at Sam Bleeze's overtake on Alex.
He's run out of pies.
Maybe. I mean, it is a pie-powered car, isn't it? A pie-powered Honda.
I thought it would have taken in fresh
Oh,
surprise.
right. So Alex lost the car in the same place as everybody else, but did a great job of holding it.
What a save that
I
was.
know, that was sensational stuff.
Extraordinary reflexes.
Like a cat.
Absolutely fantastic.
But he had to give it up. Had to.
Yes.
I mean, he did a great job of trying to get it back, to be fair.
He-
It's just impossible.
He's an absolute racist to the core of his being.
He is.
Every instinct in his body is to win.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, Simon Trundle leads this race by 6 seconds. That's Jamie Jeffrey a lap down. Kenzie Newhoff has taken.
his return to the league
Yeah.
has made a statement and a half here.
He really has, yeah.
You don't finish in front of Sam Blease and Stephen Walker unless you've got serious amount of velocity behind you.
Kenzie's one of those people I have to hate because he could get in a shopping trolley and still win a race against these guys because he's just brilliant. And always has been. He was brilliant in V8s. He's been brilliant in TCRs before as well. Oh, Chris Needham.
Yes.
Chris Needham. Oh, and Renee Earhart. Oh, and Stephen Walker putting up fastest laps. He's just purpled. He's the first and only car into the 114s.
Well, he's been popular at the purple laps. Spencer was doing the odd one, but Stephen's been the guy who's been pushing it, I think.
Yeah.
That's been the story of the season, though, to be honest.
Yes, definitely. And we are
Not
on last lap.
necessarily winning, but really top positions and loaded with pace because he's had so many fastest laps. And the lad's been quick this season.
Certainly has.
And for a defending champion, this is all you can ask of somebody.
I know.
He keeps turning up, doing his best and performing brilliantly. And without winning races, he's not going to get caught likely this season if
No.
he keeps driving like this.
Definitely not. As Simon Trundle takes the checkered flag.
Yes, and a hard-earned victory. You don't get this one. This wasn't given to you this week. Goodness
No
me,
way.
these guys have had to
Oh, look
work
at
for
that.
this,
Look at
haven't
that.
they?
That was close. For third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. JB is going to get 7th place.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Well
Woo!
done, JB.
Good effort, mate. And Jamie Wilson gets himself a 9th.
Congratulations. Yes. Great to see them in the top 10.
Yeah.
Liz Casper in the top 10 as well. Fantastic.
Yeah,
And look,
Renee.
there's a lot of happy races.
There
out
is.
there.
Yeah, this
It's
is
very
good.
hard to get to the end of this race. And still relatively intact physically and mentally.
Yeah. Unbelievable racing tonight. That has been sensational. I can't believe how many cars crashed at that same series of turns. Unbelievable in the first race. That's nearly everybody over the line. We're just waiting on Chris and Darryl. well done to get into the end of this one. Sandown is not an easy track.
No.
May look
it's
it,
not.
and it's really not. It's a sucker
Well done,
punch.
Daryl.
Yeah, well done. He's going to pull up before the line. Good effort, mate. Love it. That's class.
Squad of mosquitoes coming out of the Belgian coast.
Doing it properly. Forming up behind the leader in order to enter pit road.
We like that. This is proper stuff.
It is. This is respectful from everybody. Very nicely done. But it's definitely Simon Trendle and his night tonight.
Yes. Just superb, consistent pace, kept out of trouble, didn't put it in the wall.
And you can't ask any more than that.
Which is, yeah.
His first...
people did put it in the wall.
Yeah, his first race, he did, yeah. Put it in the wall. And that's why he ended up in 9th place. It wasn't a massive crash like some of the others. It was like a nudge, but it meant that he could not get into the top 3 or remain in the top 3. He ended up relegated back. Right, let's have a look at the finishing order for the feature race. Hopefully I've clicked all the right buttons. Apart from this one. There we go. I never do it right, do I? Simon Trendle is your race winner in the feature race tonight for Team Chimera. It takes home all the glory for that team. Kenzie Newhoff finished second for Hydro Race Racing Forces by TRL by iRace. That team name is changing, folks, because I'm not going to carry on saying that. And third step on the podium was Sam Blease. Kenzie Newhoff is the most successful of tonight's drivers, Alan. He's got a third in the first race and a second in the second race, and this is his first race back in a TCR. Sam Blease third on bottom step of the podium for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. Sorry. Stephen Walker fourth for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White, with Alex Savillano Lado fifth for TRL Racing Forces. Spencer McCarthy was sixth tonight for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White.
Yes, 4 Hydro Race cars in the top 6.
Shocking, isn't it? It really is. Different stables, but Hydro Race well represented as a sponsor. JB Dejoux, top Pro-Am car this evening in this feature race for BSTV. Jamie Wilson, second in class, 8th on track for Team Chimera. And Tony Walker, third in class, 9th on track for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Casper Smirnoff, 10th for Apex 1, and Rene Earhart, 11th for Cutting Corny. Chris Needham, 12th for Air Smart Racing, with Dietmar Hoos, 13th for Cutting Corny. And Demis Tichelart, 14th for TRL Racing Forces. Anthony Hilton, your first AM-class car over the line in 15th overall for Mellow Motorsport tonight. Well done to you again. Carl Hardy, 16th for Result X Pure Sims. Chris Dixon, second in class, gets himself a podium there in 17th for Work Guard by Result with Darrell. Wright, 18th for Safeguard by Result, and third in class. Good night's driving for them too.
Yeah, it's very pleased for them.
And then we've got Jamie Jeffrey, 19th for Coupes and Convertibles Racing, with Pete Van Gool, 20th for Result X Pure Sims. Each of these ended up in some sort of incident from this point on, folks. Daniel Lewis, 21st for SRL. Luke Jones, 22nd for JW Motorsport. David Ayres, 23rd for Safeguard. Pete Newman, 24th for Result X Pure Sims. Stefan Goebel, 25th for VTS Esports. Jura Larkinen, 26th for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Max Nevinchani, 27th. And all of them came back out onto the track and finished the race. With the only exception being Kylie Haddington, who finished 28th for Air Smart Racing. Wow. What a night's racing and results.
Yeah.
That was remarkable. Sandown was as good for the TCRs as it was for the last time that we had the V8s go there, which is quite a time ago now, to be fair.
Well, you should revisit because it's a track that's made for the V8s, and
Yeah.
it's really done as proud tonight in the TCRs. I've raced there in a few different cars, but yeah, the TCRs are particularly a handful around here because of the nature of the bends. And well done to everybody who's ridden tonight because that was a treat.
Right. Well, we are gonna keep our interviews as limited as we can, so that we can all go to bed at a decent hour. So the first person we're gonna bring in to the booth is gonna be the luckiest man alive, Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker. Good evening. Amigos. So a race win in race one. Very tidy race win, very competent. You got quite a lot of pressure from Pete Newman for for a lot of that race, to be honest. Right the way to the end, you won it by 2 seconds. Was it a well managed victory in the end?
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It took me a while. It's very much a track that you need to be in a rhythm for to go your fastest. And obviously with Pete so far behind me, not so far, sorry, so close behind me, it was like one eye on him and then what I need to be. So I just needed to be like, well, I'll know if he tries to make a move. So just concentrate on what you're doing. And once I started doing that, I could get in a rhythm, and then my pace was just really consistent after that. It just takes a few laps for me to really dial it in a little bit. It sounds silly, but after doing so many laps this week, but it's very much one of those tracks, particularly the first corner. Well, all the bloody corners. Let's face it, it's a scary track.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks simple though, doesn't it? We were saying this on a track map. This looks like any kind of 90-degree left-hander occasional chicane track, but it's not, is it? It's vicious.
No, it's very much it's a deceiving track, like you say, when you look at it, and then when you actually drive it, heavy braking zone into turn one, but then you can carry speed for it, but then you don't want to go too wide, and the curb can really destroy you and send you off sideways. And then there's all the other curbs, like can I take this curb, can I take that curb, and then there's the fast left-hander at the back straight, and it's all over the place. So yeah, it's scary. Even in one of these cars, they don't go that fast really, but the way you set it up makes it scary. As I'm sure there were lots of crashes in the first race that showed that.
Pretty much all on that same series of S-bends towards the end of the lap. It catches people out when the weight transfers across.
I think people think, oh, there's 2 long straights. Let's take off all the aero and then forget about that corner where it can. The trouble is, the balance of the car can really be unsettled. So it's easy just to lose the rear. I did it a few times in practice, and then I lowered my rear wing, and then after that, it was pretty much fine.
Right. Okay. And then the second of tonight's races, I was a bit surprised that you didn't move forward as fast as I expected you to. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, me either. I wasn't expecting to go. I was expecting everyone just to take it fairly easy, but Sam and Spencer were in the chat, and I was like, I bet you guys finish ahead of me. And after like 3/4 of the race, or half of the race, they were both in front of me, and I was trying to be careful and trying to take it easy, and then it was like every time I was trying to avoid going into someone that was crashing or someone that randomly just slowed down.
Yeah.
Either trying to get a slowdown, so I was like, oh, I'll go this side. Everyone just went, oh, this gap, and then 5,000 cars went to that same gap. So as much as I made a few positions by people crashing into each other or going off, in trying to avoid some of that, everyone else went, oh, send. So then, I was returning the favour, and then I hit Sam, who was turning left at the end. But it was a good move on the person I was overtaking, but because Sam was there, it just made it look like the world's most stupidest decision. So I can't remember who it was. I haven't had a chance to go back. Whoever it was, I am sorry, and I did obviously apologise to Sam, and I did get damage from it. But luckily then I got clear air thanks to I think Carl pitted, and then my brother helped me out a bit. I'm not gonna lie, because I just couldn't. The only time I got a run on him was at the kink, the left-hander, and I didn't want to risk taking us both out. I didn't want to end up in a barrier. I was trying to get a top 5 result. I thought that might be a good aim. And then yeah, I put in a bit less fuel in the pit stop, got me a bit closer to Spencer because he was just as fast by the end of that second race. And then yeah, we managed to catch. Well, Alex and Sam were having a battle, so we managed to catch them. I managed to get past Alex, who just gone wide in a little battle thing. So, I mean, overall, I'm happy with 4th, considering I went forward and then went 10 places backwards. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it
So,
did seem like that, but in the
yeah,
end, you've done all
I
right.
don't know. Yeah, I just thought, well, that's what Logan used to do a lot
Yeah,
last season.
yeah.
I feel like, oh, I've made like 5, 6 places and he's made 2, and then by the end of the race, he's either right there or in front of me, and I'm like, how? So yeah, I was saving a little bit of fuel as well, just trying to juggle everything. I just wanted to stay out of trouble and finish the race because I knew how difficult it was.
Yeah, well, you've done that in spadefuls. Next time we're at, where are we, Alan? I've forgotten already. Hockenheim.
Hockenheim.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, you don't like that, do you?
I think it's one of the worst tracks ever committed to tarmac. Course.
Digital tarmac, yeah.
So bad. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I did wonder. I think I remember you saying this previously. Well, we'll pretend that's not going to be on the calendar then, and we'll say fantastic racing tonight. Great positions. It's going to do your championship the world of good. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously you guys putting on the show. I think there's 28 cars again, so that's good. It's a tough little track. Everyone seemed to race pretty well. Obviously it's a tight track, so there's always going to be little bumps and things here and there. My brother for helping me out. Sam and Spencer and JB as well. Big shout out to him. My brother had a good race. JB had a really good race.
Yeah, he did.
Well, the team had a good, apart from Sam and Spencer in race 1, but we'll gloss over that. But other than that, yeah, just thanks to everyone.
Awesome.
And I see a couple of new faces tonight as well.
Yeah,
so that's always good.
Yeah, always good. In that case, we will look forward to seeing you racing next week. Our current reigning champion and current championship leader. Just stand near him just to get a little bit of luck from him. It's Stephen Wookie Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well done, Stephen.
Gracias.
Class.
Yeah, another classy performance by the lad.
Really good, really good. I think if Simon Trundle, who's just joined us in the booth, where is he on track? There he is. So that everybody knows.
Barrier in race 1.
Yeah, no, I was going to say if you could have taken back just probably a tenth of a turn of steering wheel input in that first race, you were the victim of the same bit of track as about 6 other cars in that race. It's the weight transfer, is it?
No, I got too much of the curb and it pulled the front in.
Oh.
And the problem is that the rear of the car there is really unstable anyway. And we're all running low downforce because it's obviously all just straights and chicanes.
Yeah.
So it just pulled the front round and I could not straighten it back up in time and I just went sideways down that chute and then I think Kenzie must have seen me coming because he must have delayed his turning.
I think there was a code brown in Kenzie's car, yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw Sam have the same problem.
Yep.
In my mirror.
Oh yeah.
And Spencer.
In front of other people.
You weren't alone, let me tell you, my friend. You were not alone.
And Pete Newman in the second race. There was loads of them, loads of them.
Every lap it comes up with a new way of trying to kill you. And the stupid thing is, it's completely different from last week because I was driving around last week in that endurance race, just unable to get any pace out of the car. Anything I did different didn't change the slightest thing. And then you come here on the same setup, I haven't changed a single thing. And this time, everything that I'm doing is completely different in terms of how the car drives. So
really?
I've gone from one extreme to the other. But I much prefer this one, even though it did kill me, because at least I could I was learning something.
Right, yeah. And you clearly learned quickly because in the second of tonight's races, you showed your true class. Made your way forward. Well, you were already started a bit further forward than your closest.
That helped.
Yeah. David Ayres gave you a little bit of a fight, to be fair. That wasn't terribly easy, but in the end, you overcame and bossed the rest of the race, really, didn't you?
Yeah, thankfully, because everyone else was having to wait there for the pack. I got the few seconds gap, and then I was able to just take different approaches to the corners, and I settled on one that just involved braking a bit earlier, getting on the throttle, and just having a tiny bit of throttle to pull the car around permanently. So I was avoiding that problem.
Right,
I was
see.
getting on the curb.
Yeah.
Because I basically the time I spun it, I got in too fast, got it on the curb, and then the car pulled it in and then turned it, and I couldn't straighten it up. I should have done what I was doing in the second race, and I hadn't figured it out by that point because the practice session was wet. So I didn't have much practice in the dry.
I'm taking no blame for that because the percentage rain for the second launched session was less than the first one. So
I'm not complaining. I
no,
like
no.
this is how it's supposed to be.
Yes,
I'm not
it
supposed
is.
to go into it knowing it's going to be wet or dry. It's
Exactly.
how wet.
It might actually
So-
be that I just launched the session minutes before we go into it forever because it's going to be good, isn't it? Right?
I love not knowing. That's
Yeah.
fine by me.
I might do that.
I
I might
want
do
to
that.
change all the things.
Might be a policy
That's
that
nature.
I take on. Yeah. So next week we go to Hockenheim. It's not the people's favourite unless it's yours.
It's all right. Is it the GP layout?
It's yes, it is actually the Grand Prix, the Barton, Verton, whatever it's called.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. We'll see.
Yeah. So beige is the or
It'll probably be
Magnolia
a
is
bit
the
easy to
call.
overtake.
Yeah. But we will look forward to seeing you racing next week. Is there anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, everyone that I was racing, mostly Racing Forces cars by the looks of it. For the most of them.
Yeah. There was a lot of them. There was 5 of them. Yeah. It felt like 10 though, right?
Nightmares tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just blue and yellow cars everywhere. Every week it seems to be Alex Lader I'm racing, and now I've got Kenzie as well to deal with. So
yeah.
fantastic.
But
Yeah.
you're no stranger to Kenzie, are you? Because he's a V8 stalwart, or he
Yes.
was. Yeah. So
Yeah,
good stuff. In that case, like I say, we will look forward to seeing you racing at Hockenheim next week. Simon Trendle, everybody.
Cheers. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, well done.
Cool. Right.
You did well today.
Yes. Right, next into the booth, we are going to go and find ourselves. Who are we going to pick next? Let's go and pick on. Get the right chat chamber first, and that'd be good. We're going to speak to Alex Sevillano-Lado. Welcome to the booth.
Good evening.
Good evening. Right, so first race. In fact, only Kenzie outperformed you, I think, tonight in terms of overall point scoring prowess, because you scored yourself a 4th place and a 5th place, respectively. Neither of your races were easy. You seem to be racing A, lots of other Racing Forces cars, B, lots of cutting corny cars, C, lots of geodesic cars, whichever team it was. You had your hands very, very full tonight, all night.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Right, as long as you found it fun, that's the main thing. Because that looked frantic, hectic, and other words that end in ick.
Yeah, no, it was quite fun. Yeah, finally I put together 2 good races. I've been having like 1 bad sprint or 1 bad feature race every track within 2 so far. So yeah, finally I'm happy that I got 2 good results in a row. Feels good. I played it safer than usual, and I guess it paid off. Indeed, Kenzie was Kenzie was fast, man. He depressed me. I think I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, he was rapid. Absolutely. I'm surprised he's not been in the chat or for an interview. But yeah, he was a tidy character. Tony Walker did very well tonight as well. A good performance from him.
Yeah, he always does.
Yeah, it's solid. He got 4th in class in the second race, and I can't remember where he was in the first one. Maybe 3rd, I think. He got a podium, I think, in the second one for his class. But yeah, very, very tidy. We go to Hockenheim next week. So not everybody's impressed by that track. How do you go there, or have you not even seen it yet?
I'll just join the boat of not impressed because
Yeah, I thought so.
yeah, it's just too wide, I guess, too big for
Yeah.
this car. I don't know, but still, like I remember from my first season, just before I quit sim racing, I we had a pretty good race there. It was quite fun.
Okay,
So-
well let's hope for that again, eh?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
So
I
for
like
the-
it in a Ferrari. It's a very nice place in a Ferrari.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
suits GT racing, though, doesn't it? Anyway, we digress. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, everybody needs to realise that Alex does lots and lots for our leagues in terms of social media, and he's now doing snippets of action. I think you're going to have quite a lot of crashes to get footage of, Alex, as I think you put in one of the chats. All on the same bit of track, because everybody's decided to exit stage left, all right, through that S's section towards the latter part of the lap. It caught out lots of different people, but not you.
Well, it was very close to catch me because
You don't admit to that. You just say that you're an expert racer and let everybody believe it.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I mean, I'm better than anyone who crashed there, but no, I was struggling a lot with that corner in the first practice session on Monday, and yeah, I was just watching everyone do it super easily, and I was struggling a lot. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna crash here. We're racing, but today I was like super tight, so I was like, hell yeah, let's go. But then lap 29, I was hoping for a double podium with Kenzie, and yeah, 2 laps to go, and I made a mistake there. I was sideways under braking, so I just
Right.
drifted the corner, and I was side by side with Sam Blees, and we did a
We
pretty
saw
cool
it.
bit of
We
of
saw
Yeah,
racing.
we saw it. We
You
saw
saw
it.
it,
didn't we?
That was terrifying. It
Yeah.
was
No,
absolutely
it was amazing.
terrifying.
I was super hyped, but
Yeah.
yeah, that burned my tires because yeah, the drift wasn't good, the ABS trigger wasn't good.
I think
So,
Alan called it best when he said that's a brilliant save, because it really was. That could have ended so badly, but you of all the cars that lost it, yours lost it the least, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. I also called it with my teammates. I said I just did the best save of my life. Yeah, that kind of ruined my chances of podium. Like if I didn't make the mistake, I was pretty confident that I would keep the podium. But yeah, that pretty much overheated my tires, and then it was a matter of how many positions I lost to the Geo guys, and it was 2. So happy it was 2 and not 3 because they're all pretty quick. So
No, that's great.
yeah.
That's absolutely great. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go, Alex?
Yes, of course. You, Alan, Clyde, Sam, Simability again, TRL, the racing line, new team sponsor this season. Hydro Race, of course. Kenzie proved this team is the number 1 Hydro Race team in the league. He finished P2, of course, ahead of all the Geo guys. And yeah, what else? iRace by Adam Talsma, and Kenzie for joining today. It's always fun to have him back, and I think his name belongs to this league.
Yeah,
I think it's
it
nice to
does.
see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully he'll come back for more.
Brilliant to see him back. Absolutely a part of the furniture at one time in BSTV leagues, and hopefully he's back for a very long time. He is so fast. He's just brilliant. He fits in
it's
so well.
ridiculous. And his gear is not even that good. Like his sim rig, you know, like it's impressive how quick he is with what he works with.
Well, myself
yeah.
and Clyde used to race with a guy called, I'm going to struggle to remember what his name is now. I'll try and remember it for the end of the broadcast. But he used to race with a wheel that was clamped to a desk, and he used to race on a laptop screen, and he was so fast.
Holy shit.
Vitz Salomon. He has an iRacing account. Go and find him. Absolute legend in terms of being able to race on nothing whatsoever. He's just brilliant. So yes, I've encountered freakishly fast humans in the past that race with ridiculousness. And Kenzie is clearly another one. But great racing tonight. Alex Savellano Lado, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Very well done. Very well done.
Thank you.
Cool. Right.
I'm pleased he's happy because he's really been driving well recently.
He's always, like he said, he's always had one thing go wrong, if that makes sense. And tonight he didn't, which is brilliant.
And on a particularly tested track as well.
Yeah. Right.
So he did that save of a lifetime.
That was spectacular, I have to say. Right, next up, we're going to go with Casper Smirnoff. Welcome to the booth.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. Right. that was very harmonious. It was very good.
Yeah.
So, race 1. I was saying in race 1 you had quite a quiet race. You found yourself a bit of free air, and brought the car home in 6th place. When I say a quiet race, you did have a lot of people to battle, but compared to what we've seen in recent weeks, you didn't have to get stuck in quite so much, and kind of got yourself, hopefully, a fairly incident-free race 1. Was that the case?
Both my races were quiet, to be honest, because how to say it, I was faster than guys behind me and slower than guys in front of me, so
Okay.
I was in a totally how to say it in English. I was just left alone.
Yeah, you're in.
In a bubble.
It sounds like you qualified then exactly where you were supposed to, I guess. But that said, there was quite a lot of people that suffered at the hands of that S's section towards the end of the lap. And you weren't one of them. Your car looked very, very planted all the way through.
That was a good joke, Pete.
Go on then.
It was not planted. It was bouncing on every curb, to be honest.
Well, that's good for this track, though, isn't it? You do kind of use
not
the
really,
curves
because
to turn a little.
it was jumping over and then bounce, and then going down.
Oh, okay, right. Well, sounds like
So
Casper had a good time tonight.
I'm with
grip.
you, Casper.
It
I
was
saw you.
not
I
a-
saw you fighting with it. I saw you struggling with that car. It was a right handful, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just went from quick setup. That's all.
Right. So there wasn't much downforce on that car, no.
No.
That's what we found out, though, isn't it? There
It
was
is,
got
yeah.
downforce on the course, and it's no wonder I was sliding off sideways.
Yeah, it seems like Stephen was the only one that put any wing on it. We go to Hockenheim next week. How'd you go at Hockenheim? Do you even own it?
How do I go on Hockenheim? I don't remember. No, I remember my last time I raced there,
Mm-hmm.
and time before that, and time before that, and in
well
every
done.
occasion I was crashed in first meters.
Oh no!
So I hope it won't be the case this time.
Oh, in that case, we're gonna have to watch out for that, Alan. We're gonna
Yeah,
have to just
I
put the
think we're
camera on
going to
him.
break. We're going to break that run of bad luck.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
You'll end up no incidents at all.
He's
all
a
the way
better
around
driver
Hockenheim.
now. Casper's a
Yeah.
far better driver now, and he's among some class. And it'll be thrilling, and he'll fly next week, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I think you got a double podium tonight in your class. I think you got a first and a third, if I'm looking at the numbers right. You got pipped at the end by Tony Walker and Jamie in the second of tonight's races, and started and finished 10th. So, I mean, you've got to be happy with the points haul. You're already at the top of the Pro-Am Championship by some margin, and this should give you lots of confidence. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go? Obviously, your girlfriend as your team manager and your coach and your your motivational
Physical
speaker.
therapist.
Physical. Well, I didn't want to go there. I mean, this is a family channel.
It took me a moment.
Where do you think families come from?
I know, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this really is now a family channel. Anybody you want to shout out to, Casper?
No. Oh man.
Alan, you've silenced him.
I think everyone who just survived this race, because it was hard.
Yeah, it was a difficult race to survive, and it's very well said. And we will look forward to you not crashing, I repeat, not crashing at Hockenheim this time next week. Casper Smirnoff, everybody.
Good
Yay.
night.
Yeah, well done, matey.
Very good, very good.
Only lovely,
He's
honestly.
just great.
It makes you want to take him home and put him in the corner.
I know, he's just such a nice person to interview. He kind of laughs at everything.
Well,
He
thank
even
you very
laughs-
much.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome to the booth, Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Yay!
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Thank you for triggering the start of qualifying after I gooned
That's
the
all right.
fuel. These things do happen. I don't know why I looked at it and went 35% fuel, 35% fuel for an endurance race, so it must be 38 for a sprint feature. That's just Pete being Pete, I think. Yes, it's a tasty track, this, isn't it? And you got no peace. You didn't succumb to the death that awaited so many in the S's, but you just couldn't get a free bit of track, most of it. Yeah, lots of people said
I
just.
nearly did.
But yeah. Talk us through your first race first.
Oh, that was ages ago. I can't remember that.
You finished third in class, 8th on track, behind Renee by about 1 second. Yeah.
Podium.
Yeah, I was chasing Renee down, and just about managed to just get to him just in time for me not to be able to get him.
Yeah.
My main memory of that race, now that I'm thinking about it, was Pete Van Gool having the world's fastest spin after he crashed at turn 6.
Is that the one where he came across the track?
Yes.
Yes.
And I thought, have you seen those videos? Have you seen the videos of like US fighter pilots doing the G-force test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a live view into the crash helmet of Pete Van Gool during that one.
Yeah, classic stuff. Brilliant. And then race 2 happened, and that was it wasn't a quieter affair. It was so busy round your car. I mean, how did? I'm not going to say this in derogatory terms because I think he had a really, really good race. How did JB end up ahead of you at the end?
By out-driving all of the rest of us in Pro-Am.
Is it as simple as
It's
that?
the answer.
Yeah,
Literally,
brilliant.
I said to him, he was in here briefly, and I was like, "Is that your first class win?" He said, "No, he's had at least one before, which was a fuel save thing, I think."
Right.
But this one was on genuine pace and ability. Honestly,
he did look quick,
could not
to be
catch
fair.
him.
Yeah.
He was in the
I'm
zone
thrilled
around
to hear
him.
that. That's fantastic. That's
I know. I was like, I was
for him.
catching him and cheering him on at the same time.
Yeah.
Conflict
I
of
bet that
interest.
will mean a lot to him as well. It should do that.
Go JB!
Yeah.
I don't want to catch you. Go JB!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Too right. And then not the People's Champion Choice next week, Hockenheim. Although I think you might have a bit of a soft spot for it. I can't quite remember. It's a proper Marmite track, this one that was coming.
There aren't that many tracks that I don't like. So, I mean, Willow Springs is on that list.
Yeah.
Mosport is on that list. Watkins Glen's on that list. That's pretty much the list, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
no, Hockenheim's all right. I won't be here for that one, most likely.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Right.
one I'm having to miss. But,
Okay.
send the track, my love.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll put kisses on it and everything. It's fine. Again, someone who's performed really well in class tonight. A third in the first race, a second in the second race. You must be very happy with that because the championship for Pro-Am is it's certainly developing quite nicely. You're 7th, or you were before you entered into this race. There's a number of people in front of you that didn't have such good race meetings, and Martin Shirley wasn't able to attend tonight. I think that's going to move you up quite a lot.
Yeah, hopefully. But to be honest, I was just quite pleased to be in the thick of it for a lot of it because that's what I enjoy about it, is just getting elbows out and that kind of thing. And all right, this is a difficult track to pass.
Yes,
but
it is, yeah.
It's bloody hard work to try and catch someone around here as well, and that in itself is quite rewarding. Like, you need to hit those curbs properly every lap, which is impossible. So you end up doing a hop, skip, and jump at the wrong moment, and you know that it's like every race around here is an endurance race, no matter how long it is.
Yeah. Same in V8s as well.
That's very decent observation. And a lot of good driving and hard work can be lost in a second, can't it?
Exactly. Yeah, it's so punishing if you just hit a curve a bit wrong or just run. I mean, I ran. You probably saw me go deep into one, and I think Spencer and Sam. I think
we
went
saw that.
through.
Yeah.
And it's just I was not that late on my brakes, and I just had to abort trying to turn in, otherwise I would have just binned it. So, that cost me a load of time. But that's what you have to do around here. You have to drive it 110%. You
It's
can't
the
not
nature
do
of the
that.
beast.
Yeah.
Absolutely the nature of the
Exactly.
beast. Yeah.
Well,
That's criminal perfect. You've got to drive it 110%, and you know it's suicidal.
Yeah, and my 110%, that's Simon's 74%. So
yeah, you are too humble, I think, but he is very, very quick, yeah, and very,
I
very
use more.
skilled.
He was very keen to point out that I use more fuel going slower than him.
Oh well, that just deserves a slap, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But a very successful race night within your class. Probably your best pair of results for a little while. That can only speak well of the rest of the season. But you're not going to be with us next week, as you've said. It's great having you with us. For those that don't know,
Who's going to save Pete?
well, exactly.
I might be around. It's not 100% sure, but
Okay, well,
we'll see.
we'll assume not and be happy if. Yeah, so Jamie does lots of stuff for the league, huge amounts of stuff for the league in terms of the graphics that you see, the complicated little program that is driving all of that, all of the stuff in the background. Technically, every graphic you see on this screen, folks, is Jamie's creation, and I, for one, bow humbly before him. It's a wonder that you are within our league for so many years. You've done more races than anybody else. I am eternally grateful for it. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Yes.
Don't bow too hard, Pete, at your age with your back.
I know. I'll never get up again. Cheeky shit. I mean,
He's right, though. The
yeah.
core of his sentiment is accurate, Jamie. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next week.
He's
hopefully.
gone. He's gone.
Just in case.
Excuse me. Right. And last into the booth, in Fiona's usual spot, is Chris Dixon. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right. So let me go and find out what happened in race 1. So you finished third in class. So you got yourself a podium. 18th on track in a field of 28, and not that far really behind Stefan Goebel in 17th. Obviously, the only work guard car currently still in it because Fee's banging a drum with the ice hockey and Andy Littler's in a cabin somewhere on Brokeback Mountain, I think. I'm not really sure. He was saying he was ill. I'm not really sure I believe him. And then second race, you did a 17th, so even better, and second in class, I think. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. That is a haul of points for you within your own class, right? That's brilliant results.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, considering I wasn't even going to be back in time for tonight.
You are?
Literally,
Wow.
I didn't do any practice at all. I did some on one of the sessions on Tuesday, I think it was.
Right.
On Monday. So I knew that like pretty much got up to speed with the back. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be back, so I literally walked in the door at 43 minutes past.
You're joking.
Logged in,
2 minutes to go before quali.
Yeah, logged in
Wow.
and missed half a quali while I was setting the.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
And but I went out and couldn't keep the back end.
Well, we saw a bit of evidence of that because you were fighting for keeping your positions. You were getting attacked by people who had already pitted at one point and leading into turn 1, and you could see that the behaviour of the car was you turned the car and the front wanted to go, but the back end just wanted to carry on in a straight line. But yeah, I mean, you saved it. I don't know how many incident points you got, but it didn't look like that many to me. You'll tell me if that's not.
Yeah, first race I got none. So
Oh wow! Right, okay. Round Sandown. You sure you raced it?
Yeah, no. And second race, by the end of lap 1, I had 5.
Oh dear. Right.
But that was just it was under bunching, and
Yeah.
nudged from behind, got 4, and then pushed off the track and got another one for that.
Okay.
I think I got an off track somewhere else. I think I got 7 in total.
Oh, well, that's still, believe it or not,
That's not bad.
brilliant.
That's not bad tonight. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, there's been a lot of scrap metal around.
There's
Yeah,
been
well-
tons of it. I mean, you must have been passing people and thinking, "Oh my God, I've just passed Spencer McCarthy, who's buried in a wall somewhere."
Yeah, we had Jamie Jeffries behind me and
Yeah.
Daryl, and I could see Daryl, and I thought, right, I'm away. Yeah,
I'm having this. Yeah, well, great stuff. Hopefully you. Yeah, that's got to be one of your most successful
Yes, I'd say.
pair of races. That's really good to see.
I'll have to do it more often, not jump in last minute.
Well,
It seemed to work.
it's not what I'd
Yeah.
profess to make you good, but if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, we saw some courtesy as well on the track.
We
letting
did.
People by
Yeah.
sensible track awareness. You know,
Yes, I mean,
you're good at it, Chris.
at
You're good at
times
it.
I've sort of fought when I needed to, but then when the quicker cars, like Chris was behind us a couple of times, and I held him up for a couple of laps, and he was quicker.
Mhm.
So I thought, right, I'll let him go and follow him, and and I did a couple of quicker laps, and yeah, I hung on to the back of him, so it was quite good.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good, and sometimes that's the way to go. We were saying, you know, it's one thing to overtake somebody, but it's another skill entirely to be well overtaken, if that makes sense. And you've got that skill in your locker. It's great to see. Hockenheim's the next destination. Do you remember racing there? Well, I think it was 2 seasons ago now.
I've only, we might have done it. I was 15 and 6, or was it 16 and 17? Yeah, 16 and 17. So if it was 6,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I can't remember, to be honest.
No, that's still good.
I'll familiarise myself with the track.
Yeah, cool. No, that's good. We love you being in our leagues because you're such a wonderful little character, and it's I like the journey that you're on, because you get to nights like this, and you must realise how much you've improved when you're 3rd and 2nd in class. That's really good going, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pleased with tonight. I was expecting just to toot around at the back with and not be on the pace, but it just I could keep with a few of them. I had a good race with Dan Lewis, and I had Anthony Hilton behind us for a bit in the 2nd race, but I made a mistake going into turn 1, and he got past me, and then otherwise, if I could have held him, I could have the win. But
Yeah. Well, that will come. It might not have been this week, but it will be in a future week, because even I can see the development of you as a driver. It's really good. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just the team as usual for helping us, yourselves for putting the stream on, all the drivers and all the people who support us by watching, and all the comments, and keep them coming.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we'll see you this time next week. Hopefully, you won't be too late. Or maybe you just need to join 2 minutes before the end of practice. Chris Dixon, everybody.
Well done, Chris. Well done, matey. He did well tonight, Chris. I was thrilled to see how far up he was up the leaderboard. Really was. Not just in his class, but up in the leaderboard as well. I don't think we've seen him quite that high, and it was nice because he deserves it. He's committed, and he works hard. He's there practicing. He turns up, and even when he's pressed for time, he's there. Seconds to go, getting on the grid. God bless him.
And now, Alan, is the most
Yes,
difficult decision of the.
It is tough tonight. Goodness me, where are you going to go?
Well, Kenzie was probably the most successful of the races tonight, and in his first race back, he got a 3rd place and a 2nd place. So,
well, you got to say that's fantastic performance by Kenzie.
You kind of do, but if you take his racing history into account, then that's normal.
Yeah, but so, it's his first night in the league.
Yeah. think
that's a stunning driving by him.
it is. It is. I think other standout moments are Alex Sevillano-Ledo. He got himself a fourth and a fifth. Stephen Walker got himself a first and a fourth. And then Casper, top of the pile, and third in class, double podium in his class. Again, that's great for him. I think Tony Walker did all right. I think David Ayres did all right until he didn't.
Well, one small mistake after a really close.
I know. It's harsh, isn't it?
He stayed at the well. It's not about your position; it's about whether you impress somebody in the box.
Yeah, and Chris Dixon, double podium. You know, that's good. But then
also very impressive stuff. You know.
Yeah, Anthony Hilton didn't get a double podium tonight. He ended up fourth, I think, in the first of tonight's races in class. Max Nevin Chaney got the top spot. I think my vote for this evening is going to go the way of... I had this a minute ago. Oh, my vote this evening is going to go the way of JB DeJoux. Because I think he cast out a solid pair of performances. He didn't set the world alight in the first one, but he absolutely did a sterling job in the second. So my vote for this evening is for JB.
It was great to hear those words about him as well, wasn't it?
It was, really
from
helpful.
Jamie, on pure pace. You couldn't. Honestly, it's really choked me a bit. I just thrilled for him. I thrilled for him. Yeah, quite right. He got my vote last week, though. So
he did. Yeah, that's right.
He's played a blind just recently.
Yeah,
and, it's great to be able to do this. I think Kenzie deserves it as well, but I want to give it to Alex. Because not only was his performance tonight really good, but he's been there and thereabouts for weeks now with some really fast driving and some ill fortune and everything. But he's really coming to the league and he's driving the wheels off his car. And I want to say I thought you drove wonderfully tonight, Alex, and thank you very much for your efforts.
You're right. That is a very, very well spent vote. You're absolutely right. Usually he has one bad race a week, and this is a solid double successful performance. So yeah, he's avoided all those things. As we've already said, folks, Hockenheim this time next week. And I will now very quickly bring this broadcast to a close. Thanks to everybody that was on the chat. We had like 28 people watching at one point.
Really?
Oh yeah, and people cycling through. There's still 12 people watching now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. Pete Van Gool says he got a speeding penalty, which is why we saw him sat for so long in the pits. So that's
I'll send you a tenner for the fine, Pete.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's more than 10 of these days, Alan, but never mind. Thanks to all the racers that turned up. Thanks to all the racers that ended up having a crash of some sort, but carrying on racing, because that shows real dedication to racing, to the league, and to the entertainment value of our leagues. It really does mean a lot to us. And thanks to Alan for your fantastic contributions in the chat, as ever. It's absolutely brilliant having you here. I will say goodnight. Stay safe, everybody. We will see you this time next week for a sprint feature at Hockenheim. Evening, everybody. Take care.
Yeah. Good night, Pete. Good night, my friends. And thanks so many of you for turning up. I'm absolutely thrilled that so many of you come in and listening to this waffle. And it's a great compliment to us, and I take it as such. And we'll see you next week at that Hockenheim, which is so popular with so many drivers. Good night, my dears. Big chord, please, Pete.